Welcome back to the best YouTube show on Saturday nights, the Comic Book Babble-on here on Two Brothers Comics. We're going to show you guys what we picked up this week. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, and we have a top 10 worst first appearance covers. So hit the like button while the intro plays, and you know what to do.
What it's going on. I feel like I need to start rapping after the video we just watched.
I know, man. I know. Had a little bass in my voice a little bit. I felt like, man, telling you, little glass Tootsies had me hyped up.
You guys will never guess who we're talking about.
Right off the bat,
5 minutes in,
have us talking about. I mean,
good Lord. All right, so
even, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
I know.
It's not even planned at this point. So let's bring on.
Let's bring in the best part of Two Brothers Comics.
Well, Tyler's not here, but we'll settle for this guy.
Oh,
Oh man, that's actually really hilarious because it's a word balloon, and he letters for a living.
I like that. I like that.
It's almost like I did that on purpose.
You should just create a whole design of T-shirts specifically with word balloons and stuff.
There's already a letterer who did it before me, and that's where the shirt came from.
Oh, well, he's
Well,
probably not as good as you. You should make your own.
and you could no. Look, hear me out. We don't even have to you design them.
You could call it.
We'll put them on our channel.
Or letters, threaders with letters,
and then we'll just give you the profit for it, right? As long as they buy a 2BC shirt with it, right? No, you're not into that.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
You thinking?
About it. I'm thinking.
So how's life going for you, Justin? It's been a minute since we spoke.
We're finally starting to get into a nice little calm routine. Things are going good.
The interns are going good, and
yeah,
good man.
Right on,
bro. It looks like you got robbed.
What are you talking about?
You got some holes out there.
I asked Liz to take care of this for me, but she said something about busy with work and raising 2 kids under the age of 2. And
what is so hard about that? You put them on the couch with some animal crackers and Chex Mix and a cup of water and turn on like Barney or something, and like they just take care of themselves. I say that, but I'm currently fighting my wife tooth and nail on having another kid, and I think I actually already lost. So I'm going to be right there with you. I'm going to be right there with you.
What I'm hearing, you're done.
But I have put in some contingencies that she's agreed to. So your boy will be getting a new ride here soon.
Well, look, guys, I was on time today.
I was so proud of you.
And last week, I think.
We had time to sit around and chat backstage a little bit.
Watch a little glass Tootsie Toes, or I don't know.
Right.
Anyways, why don't you say hello to everybody in the chat?
Let's see who's hanging out in the chat. We got my main man, Chris Barrett. What's going on, brother? Good to see you hanging out. Can't wait to hang out this Friday, man. Long time no see. Perry Comics, man. I hit him up earlier this week. I was thinking about him. I've been missing Perry. We used to hang out all the time, and then all of us got so busy we don't get to anymore. But it's good.
I was thinking about that. You remember when we first started this? We'd hang out with Bueller or Travis and Perry.
Yeah, I mean,
in late nights and stuff.
Yeah. That was fun. We had a good time, but we all got busy, and now it's hard. It's hard to do that anymore, especially when you got like over 10K subs like those guys. I mean, we're striving to get there this year, and we're going to. But who knows what they'll be when we get there. Maybe they'll start hanging out with us again when we get over 10K. I don't know. What's up, Ruben? Going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Josh Olive, what's up, man? I love you, brother. I was thinking about you today, too. I was like, man, you know what? I should just hit Josh up and say, hey, let him know I ain't forgot about him. I know I talked to you last week, but I have been thinking about you, man. So good to see you hanging out. Corey, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Breed Love, howdy, folks. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well.
What's up, Alan?
Austin LeMay, what's up, man?
Look at those Spidey thumbs. Good.
Let's see. We got James Sovic. No, you didn't miss nothing, man. No, sir.
And James, I think you're going to like one of our new segments this week.
Savior Gambit, what's up, man? Oh, we're adding that segment in already. Okay, cool.
We'll wait till later to where you guys have enjoyed it.
Nick, I don't know what you're talking about. This is not beer.
Nathan Martinez, what's going on? Thanks for the comics. I guess we sent Nathan some comics.
He got a super chat giveaway box. It was sent out last week before, something like that. But it was sent out last week, the week before, but it didn't show up till Monday. So I'm glad you liked them, Nathan. Hopefully you enjoyed them all.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
Nathan got his. The only person that does not get theirs on time is CJ, because I have to remember to bring them to the shop. And I talked to him this week and let him know that, you know what, I ain't ish, because I just have completely forgot. They are still sitting on my mantle where Nick left them when he came out here, but I will get them out to him this week.
And I got to get him a Bro Box too, because he won last week.
Ronnie, what's going on? Good to see you. He says, good morning. Where are you at, man? Talking about good morning. You must be on the other side of this big circle, man. But thanks for hanging out. Anthony Wilson, what is going on? Looking great. Thank you. We appreciate that. I know you're probably just talking to me and Justin, but it's nice of you to try to include Nick as well.
All I'm saying is Comic Comics says I have these set up to be envious of. Not you guys. Not Justin. Not Justin.
You know what?
The thousands of dollars.
That little square right there, you might. But as an all-around feature, I think I'm coming up.
Look at the woven heart shirt. It's kind of faded, but I still
I've got the Two-Face display going on behind me right now, so there's no way I can compete for that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of gave the IG folks a little bit of a small room tour this week. Once I get it 100% finished, I'm going to do a room tour show, but I haven't gotten it completely finished yet. I still got a few things. Y'all remember when we could all go backstage before the show? The forgotten are here. I know, guys. Literally, we were backstage 10 minutes before the show started. Like, it's hard.
I was backstage maybe 5.
I promise you guys. This coming Saturday, I'll make sure we get to do this coming week at some point. I'll make sure we get to do something with you guys.
And FYI, this Saturday is my actual anniversary. So
Nick won't be here.
Oh, I'll be at a convention. I didn't think about that.
So no Babble-on this coming Saturday, guys.
Unless you guys want me to do it from my phone where I'm just like this.
What convention are you going to?
I'm going to Huntington Comic Book Convention in Huntington, West Virginia. So
I thought you were about to say California.
No, if you're in the area, stop by. Say hi. I'll probably be wearing
this shirt. Send you a list of like the one book that I'm looking for right now.
You should. I plan on getting into the show early so that I can look for myself.
Awesome. Mint Hunter Comics hit 5K. I'm not familiar with Mint Hunter Comics, but that's awesome.
Right on.
B. Ramey checking in from work. Good to see you, man. Tosh Boyden, good to see you, man. We ain't seen the Boyden bros in here in a minute, so it's good to see them. We got Ryan hanging out. What's up? CJ's in here. Just got done talking about him. Chris Padilla about to. Oh, okay. Well, all right, man. Ronnie is in the Philippines. It's 9:50 a.m. Right on. Awesome. Let's see. It jumped on me.
All right, so I think the last we saw CJ empty the shelves.
Yeah, so we're down here to Bearded.
Rip in peace that book. Let's talk about how great your comic caves look. Okay, that was too fast. I tell you, Anthony, man, he's always dropping the comments, leaving some of the best ones around. It was funny. One of the first few, I think, Dustin was like, "What is up with this guy? Always messing with us." And then you realize, he's just got the. Yeah, he did cut the hair.
Tosh, good to see you back, man. So the Boyden bros are back in here, so that was awesome. All right, so yeah.
What up, Bourbon Bacon? Hope you're doing well,
man. What's up? That's the yummiest name on YouTube. Glad everybody's hanging out. So if you see somebody missing from the chat, hit them up. Ask them what could they possibly be doing right now that is more important than hanging out on the best comic book show on Saturday nights. There's nothing better you could be doing right now than hanging out here with us. So if you see somebody missing, hit them up. Ask them what they're doing. Peer pressure them. Whatever you got to do. Shame them. Get them in here because you don't want to miss the show. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And guys, I've read a ton of stuff this week, specifically for the one segment. And then I did read. What happened?
What happened? Stop.
Hammer time.
Where's Big Nosh? There he is. There he is in the building. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Glad you're here, brother. So what was you saying, Nick? Sorry. You know, we have to make sure Big Nosh, everybody knows he's here.
Is that Marshmallow Man? Nice.
I get more comments on that than anything else.
I know. Maybe we should all have them. But no, what was I gonna say? So do you I've been reading a lot this week. I caught up on all of Something's Killing the Children, reread the Turtles.
How far back were you on those?
Honestly, only 4 issues. I thought I was much further, but I read issue 10 and then I went back and just caught back up with the new issue coming out. I've read a ton. I tell you guys,
we're talking Something's Killing the Children tonight. We're gonna be talking Last Ronin tonight.
There is one book I do want to read real quick while we're sitting here.
Kind of new little thing they want to talk about. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna. I might just smash some goldfish or something.
So, anyways, what do you guys want to do? New pickups first?
Sure.
All right. All right, so I have this big box.
Funny. Hold on. So Greg says, listening to you guys in the basement, and my wife says, you guys are listening to Two Brothers? And I said, yes. How mad are you that you can recognize comic book YouTube voices, comic book YouTube channels by the voices? Well, Mrs. Bearded, if you can hear us, Greg might be part of the best part of Two Brothers Comics, but you were absolutely the best part of Bearded Comic Bros. Absolutely.
You know what is hilarious about that is early on, I would watch, we would always be talking to Perrier. That is funny. That's hilarious. I like that a lot. Something's Killing the Turtles. Dude, somehow, somewhere, somebody's got to make that into a shirt.
I know a guy.
That stuff is happening.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
That's happening. Something is Killing the Turtles.
Austin, wait for an email.
Hey, I can design it if I can just get the text.
I don't like using the new terms kids use, but we're about to have the most lit shirt on YouTube.
Anyways, so I picked up a bunch of stuff.
You going first then?
I can, or you guys can, whatever you want to do.
Well, you was already in it, Slick.
All right. So first off, I took my little girl to the comic shop today. Josh was here, Josh was there. So took Ellie in, and she just literally ran around the back. She's been in circles. I mean, and then it was great. So Josh and I was talking, and she was just running. And then, Josh has that shelving system. She goes over to it faster than I can get to her and grabs a hold of that Spider-Man statue, the hobgoblin with the pumpkins. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And literally grabs the foot, goes to yank it off, and gets about halfway off. And I'm like,
he's already got one that's busted.
Yeah.
So
thankfully I caught her. But she enjoyed herself. She had a blast. But she got to pick up some stuff. So she got a Cars comic book.
Nice.
Because she loves cars. So it's like a legit comic book.
Yeah, I got Hagen a Turtles one like that.
She grabbed this. And honestly, I just bought these for her because she started chewing on them before I got a chance to stop
Ryan
her.
Was up there today with his kids.
Oh, for real? I was there for about an hour and 15. I actually was there while he was doing his live video. I walked in about last 5 minutes of it, and I was going to mess with him, but he decided, I didn't want to. Josh, when he was doing his unboxing video this morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was at Hagen's baseball banquet when he was there.
So check this out.
Sweet.
Josh had this come in. He showed it today, and of course, he bought it just so he could sell it to me. But it's a sealed 4-pack, I think. And I already have these. I actually have them sitting right here next to me. But I think I'm actually just going to keep them like this because it's so cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So
my LCS back to back, they have one of those books up there. I don't know which one it is, but I meant to hit Vincent McLean up and let him know because I know he wants those Dragon Ball Z books.
I need to get back to Bean sent me text of them, and I don't know if they're first print or not. I don't think they are. But I need to text him or tell Vincent to reach out to him. I saw him late the other night, and or I saw the text late the other night. And I didn't want to message him in the middle of the night. That's my problem is I'll look at my text and stuff like 1 o'clock in the morning while I'm editing, and I go to respond. I'm like, no, this is really crappy of me to respond to somebody at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I wake up next morning and forget about it.
Bro, I'm out.
Surprisingly, a good little story. With 16.
You were surprised that it was good
because it was an origin or it was kind of the restart of the story, right? It's kind of
we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it when we get to it. Yeah,
I'm waiting for the entire Bounty Hunter saga to be done, and I'm gonna read it through all at the same time. I'm really enjoying doing that.
I got off of the Darth Vader stuff, but it was like I don't know. When I cleared the pull list, that was one that I just cleared off, but I really was enjoying it. So
yeah. So the only reason why I got the Dr. Aphra is because it has to do with the War of the Bounty Hunters. I'm not actually a big fan of her. This is one I'm going to probably read while one of you guys are talking tonight real quick because I didn't get a chance to read it today. But this is supposedly, and from what Josh said, it's supposed to be, top-notch book. So that'll be good. And then this was the actual copy I got to read 2 weeks ago sitting there.
Week. No, it was last week. You read it like last Thursday or Friday?
Yeah. So, Alan, my little girl, when I say she has more sorry, excuse me, I have a hiccups, more books than I do comics, that's not a lie. You can ask Dustin.
My kid's got a ton of books.
So she has like 90% of those little golden books. And my wife actually thinks she already has this, but because she put it in her mouth and started chewing on it, I kind of felt like I needed to go ahead and buy it. Just to be fair. But yeah, she loves those books.
What the heck is that?
This is the box we got from somebody. Don't say it. Go ahead and go first.
Is it someone numbers?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
One of y'all go first. I gotta go grab my knife.
Right.
I thought
I'll go. But I'm keeping some of them for me though. All right, let me show mine off. So I see people talking about this one, so it's right on the top. I got the Blue Flame #1, the Secret Wars. This actually ended up being a 1 in 15. But the crazy thing is when I pre-ordered this through Previews World, they didn't actually show that it was a 1 in 15. It just showed up as a variant cover. And obviously I was like, that was cool. So I was really excited to read this, but I have not got a chance. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting into the Blue Flame. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but looking forward to that. I had about 18,000 copies of these pre-ordered see guys, this is why I don't do the spec thing. Like I am like, if you want to do it, right on, more power to you, but I suck at it. I ordered 9 copies of these, and guess what? They ain't diddly. They ain't nothing. Nope. Ain't worth nothing. So luckily I've had some people hit me up and buy some copies at cover price. So but I did get the Black Panther 25th anniversary, the Gleason cover. I picked this up because y'all kept talking about it. I keep hearing everybody talk about it. This is the most sick, demented, horrific thing that you've ever read. I flipped through it. I didn't read anything. I didn't really get it, but maybe I'll read it at some point. I don't know. But I just flipped through the pages and I was like, it doesn't look that bad. So I don't know. I had to get my girl Jenny Prison, the B cover. Loved it. I wanted the 1 in 50 so bad, but I don't know. Back-to-back comics, my LCS loves somebody more than they love me because I never get to get those incentive covers. So I had to settle for this one. And then I did get the A covers. And of course, I got my last Ronin issue #3. Just the A cover. I can't keep going. I've got so many last Ronin books because y'all sent me so many. When I say y'all, I mean you guys that watch the channel. So I've got so many of them. I'm not going to buy, a bunch of extra variants because I don't know where to keep putting them. Like right now, I've got them just stacked up on a shelf because I don't have anywhere to put them. But I did get, and I forget who sent this to me. I bought this off of an IG page, Killer Instinct #1. This is my second copy of this book. This one might actually have a chance of hitting a 9.8. It's a black cover, front and back. And this one is my favorite cover because the two most iconic and flagship characters of this franchise, Jago and it's just such an awesome cover. Fulgore just looks crazy cool on there too. So old school logo on there from the 90s. So I absolutely love this book. So I got the second one of those, and here pretty soon I'm gonna start. I think Nosh said he threw some in his box at a shop that has 3 or 4 more of them. So hopefully I'll be able to have the whole collection of that first series of Killer Instinct very soon. But that is all I got this week. So we will move on to J Banger.
All right, so let's start out with. So, truth be told, there are 2 comic shops here where I live, and what I do is one shop I pick all my Marvel and DC stuff up from, and the other shop is where I pick up the indies and stuff that's not the big two. I haven't made it to the indie shop yet, so all I got to show off are Marvel books.
Okay.
So Black Panther, I don't know what number this is, but 25.
You cover buyer.
What's that?
You cover buyer.
I'm actually buying all of Black Panther. That doesn't mean I'm reading it yet, but I am buying them. Heroes Reborn number 4. This is probably my cover of the week. X-Men 20. I love that.
Spoil it.
We've got Doc Aphra number 10. Darth Vader number 12. New Mutants 18. Aliens number 3. Maestro War and Pax number 5. We got Beta Ray Bill number 3.
I think I'm gonna go back and read the Beta Ray Bill. I've heard nothing but great things.
Yeah, I've got 1 through 3. I just haven't sat down to read them yet.
Justin, let me ask you, what is your plan? You have all these books. You don't read some of them. I know you read a ton of stuff, but you just don't read a lot of the pools like X-Men and stuff. When do you, or are you going, is that like your retirement plan to go back and read them?
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold out until they're put on Comixology Unlimited. That way I can read them while I'm laying in bed.
There you go. I mean, it makes sense to me. I don't know. Nick, throw up that sealed pack you bought real quick. Make this guy pop real quick because you know he's gonna freak.
Yeah, and I cut my finger on these razors, so that was fun.
Well, you know, don't be a girl about it.
My dumb self, I went to go cut, and I realized the razor was against my finger.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Look at that, Vince. Look at that, sealed in the bag.
So that's pretty cool. The Bueller severed head is in the box. That will be the greatest unboxing ever. Yeah.
What?
I don't know why. That is, Travis, if you're listening, I didn't say that.
My wife, we were watching a Bueller video and saw his spinner rack. She was like, "Oh, he's got a spinner rack too." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Hey, actually, he's got a whole story about it." So we sat and watched the Bueller spinner rack story video today.
Yeah,
she enjoyed that. Sorry, Justin, go ahead.
That's okay. I got 2 back issues. I got X-Men 244. It's First Appearance of Jubilee. I'm not necessarily spec buying unless it's all X-Men books because I feel like that I'm comfortable with that. That's in my wheelhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I got this great book from Nick that came in earlier this week. I got X Factor number 6.
Nice.
First Appearance of Apocalypse.
It's a clean cover, isn't it?
Hey, that's a $100 mystery box grand prize book.
That one actually may sell for about, that's a clean copy.
I mean, even at like a 3.0, it's a big book.
This is an upgrade for me.
Well, there you go.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hashtag you're welcome.
Moana. I would have sent you mine, but toilet paper is readily available again. So,
I
should have sent him yours.
I got some other books, but I think we're going to talk about these later.
All right.
I also got this. It is the Criminal Deluxe Edition Volume 2 to go with my 1 and 3. So I am all caught up on Criminal hardcovers now.
Right on.
Oh, that's what I should read next. I should really read that next volume of Reckless.
You should. You really should. All right. Do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. So inside that already massive box, this thing is literally packed full, Dustin. Look at this. Would you look at this? All right. So the mic's going to pull away just a little bit. So if my voice isn't as good, you know, we'll try. All right, let's see.
Yeah, so I got the X Factor 6 Crack House exclusive, baby.
With the bugs. All right. I mean, I don't even know where to. All right, we're just going to go to the floor. I mean, look, that's just one handful.
I'm just saying, like, I know I think there's a couple in there that's for me, and y'all can have the rest.
All right. Cool. All right. So the first one, and these guys all go to the Bro Box and the Super Chat giveaway. So any $1.99 Super Chat or more at the end of the night, we do a drawing.
Not all of them. Some of them go. Not all of them.
Well, generally, I oh, that one's clean. I like that one.
That's like their style of the negative space covers. Yeah.
Yep. So Dustin,
so they've done the green, blue, red, yellow, and pink is coming next, and then they have to do black.
There you go.
I'll take one of each of those.
You have some and I have some, so it's all of ours together. Now, this is actually from the 616comics.com, probably one of the most
that was a sick one too.
Adamant sponsors of the channel.
Yeah,
they do this for you guys to put into the bro box. I mean, they take very good care of us here and take very good care of you guys. So huge shout out to the 616. And then also we're doing a 10K giveaway, by the way. These are all the folks that are helping out the 10K giveaway. So there's this awesome Spider-Man.
That was the Miles 25 Clone Saga #1. I think it's a wraparound too, maybe.
It might be. Here's another.
Oh, that was the one. Yes. I'm definitely keeping one of those. That cover was so sick.
There you go. There's your little goodness you might like if you're into that. Another one. So again, shout out to the 616comics.com.
Yeah, and their packaging is always like on the money too. Like they package so well. Never have any issues.
And they do mystery. Dang, there's a bunch of these. We might end up giving away some of these tonight. Maybe. I don't know. Would you guys want to do some type of giveaway with these tonight? Don't tell your wives you got them from Two Bros.
I said yes, even though I don't have to do any of the work.
You can have one, Justin.
No. I don't want one. I just want to give them away.
Oh. So there's some Batman. Oh, here's some more Batman. 108.
I'm not familiar with that character at all.
I don't know. All right, so a bunch of those. And then let's see. So if these are the same things. Oh no, none of these are so I thought it was stacked, split in two. No, there's a lot. Check this out. Before they took off, I basically traded mine for some store credit and a little cash.
Somebody
in a book for Nosh. Well, I was trying to take care of Nosh, man.
I was going to take care of Nosh anyway. I told you. And then you turned around like that was a whole debacle. But
yeah. And then like the next week, it like tripled in value. But I know the person. I'm not sure. It looks like Sandman or something. Sandman Lock and Key.
Oh,
it looks like a Megan Hutchison.
Yeah.
And then, so here's the color hold of that.
I would hold 12-cent comics. Honestly, I've got a bunch of 9/8 right now, and I'm holding them. Like, it ain't time yet. I tried to tell Nick, but he didn't want to listen. But
all right, so some more of those. Those are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I like the color swap on that.
And then another Batman. I really do like this one.
Yeah. They do some good Batmans.
Oh, yeah.
Same here, James. I don't know how I never ended up with a cover A for #1, but my shop's got a cover A 9/8 for $1,000 right now. It's killing me.
Ooh.
I just can't pay $1,000 for that book. Can't do it.
A lot of punchline stuff. And I don't know does anybody know the name of that new character? I quit reading Batman after the weird orgy stuff going on.
He sure did, Chris. He sure did.
What?
He said you gave those books away for peanuts.
Yeah, I did. But, so this one we only have one of, Dustin. We'll have to rock, paper, scissors for it.
I don't think so. You can have it. I'm not really an ice cream man guy.
I'm not either.
Cat, what's going on? Jose, what's going on? Miracle Molly. Okay.
That's Miracle. That makes sense.
Okay. Hope you're doing good, Steve, man. Good to see you hanging out, bro.
All right. So some more crossovers, some more crossover. Oh, here's some more Clone Saga. I can't believe, man.
That black cover, man, that one was so cool.
Here's another cool one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think I'm down to the last few here. All right. So that's it. So that's all.
Right on.
So those will all be giveaways for you guys.
Nice 12-cent. That's awesome.
So huge shout out to the 616comics.com.
Yeah.
They do all kinds of awesome stuff. And like I said, guys, some of their stuff hits hard. I mean, their Department of Truth variant is the lowest printed Department of Truth #1. And that thing sold hot
ever anywhere. It's the lowest ever. I still got one. I've got my one copy that I haven't. I want to get it slabbed, but
send it to CBCS.
Well, I got a bunch of stuff I want to do a 25 book pre-screen on, and some of them are my Mortal Kombats, and because I already have my other Mortal Kombats and CGC cases, I don't want to have some that aren't, because I want them to match, because then my eyeballs won't hurt because they don't match. So
all right, so maybe oh my gosh, Tootsie's here.
It is in the mix heavyweight champion, the dude with the rhymes that stay on time. He got on the mic last night and blew everybody's mind. Little Glass Tootsies, aka Tyler, Shattered Glass Comic Reviews, the best part of Two Brothers Comics in the house. Bro, we sat backstage before this show started. We was 3-4 minutes late because I made these guys listen to every one of your rounds last night, dude. So proud of that guy. I'm telling you what, I loved it, man. He went so hard. They should never do that show again.
What's going on, Flash by Night? Are you saying you're amateur specking on it? By the way, guys, go check out his channel because he's putting out a lot of cool stuff here lately. Nosh, you know me. I'm very I don't like weird stuff.
But so did you see what he said? What Nosh said. Did you actually read what he said?
Yeah, that he loves it.
Did you read every word of what he said, though?
Yeah, I get. He's asking probably for the Harley Quinn books, right? Is that what you're?
He said, "I love weird orgy stuff."
Yeah, I know. I said earlier that I quit reading Batman because of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So all right. So we're all following.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, I said earlier. I said I quit reading Batman.
You said something about it earlier.
Yeah.
I thought you were agreeing that you love weird orgy stuff too.
No, I said I quit reading Batman because of it.
We are finding some things out tonight.
Oh, right on, man. He's cooking for Motley Crue this year.
Oh, and big congratulations to Mr. Ross Ritchie for being named the official chairman of Boom Studios board of directors, man. That was so awesome. So congratulations to Ross Ritchie.
Well, and what he's doing is he's stepping away from the CEO duties to go into that role and basically be the big
more hands-on.
No, like less in the weeds of the day-to-day and more of strategizing from a higher level.
That's what I'm saying. Like more hands-on with the business, like as far as like
a high level aspect,
getting it out there a little more. Yeah.
I think he's just doing more social media. He's been killing on social media, and he's brilliant to do so.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you right now, that is the smartest move. And Todd McFarlane's been a good example of that too. But Ross is a little more approachable versus Todd. He just posts some videos. But anyways, all that to say, that is some cool stuff. So huge shout out to the 616 Comics, John and his team over there. They do an awesome job. They take care of the channel. They take care of us for the giveaways. They take care of you guys. Like I said, these will be available for the Bro Box.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome. Hey, I'm going to send you my Motley Crue.
I already highlighted that and said it.
I'm going to send you my Motley Crue Rock and Roll Comics book, and hey, if you could get them all to sign it, I don't know if you can do that, but if you can, oh man, that would be the coolest thing ever, because I do have that Rock and Roll Comics Motley Crue, and if they signed all of it, that would be sweet. I'll even send you the silver Sharpie. That would be sick.
Anywho's, so anybody else have anything cool? Oh, I did get this.
Hey, did you have to use any Shroot bucks?
No.
Did it cost you 8 Shroot bucks and 4 Stanley nickels?
No, but it doesn't have my Earl Grey tea in it, so that's cool.
I just have my Purple Haze beer mug here.
Justin's not drinking beer.
Abita Brewing Company Purple Haze Brew. That's not what's in here. This
we
is
need
not
to.
and this is not Corona with a couple of limes either.
So he agreed to come on, and then we couldn't schedule any. Like we never could get the schedules, but we just need to reach back out.
There's been like 1,000 YouTube channels that's had him on, though. I mean, if you're just like looking, and he's got his own YouTube channel, so.
My wife made me watch that, and it was.
I didn't watch it. My wife asked me if I did, because the only time I ever watched Friends was when my wife was pregnant. I started watching it the week she had my kid, and finished it in the hospital, but I didn't watch that. No.
My wife watched it when Ellie was first born. She watched all 10 seasons during maternity leave. But we watched it last night actually, and it was okay. It was or the night before. But thank you, Anthony, for the super chat. So that's 2 entries in for that giveaway that we do every night. And last week we actually did the Bro Box giveaway for the membership tier at the Golden Age. But anyway, so we had some big pickups, man. That was a big box.
That's
and
awesome.
I love the nostalgia.
I'm gonna send you my book, man. I'm gonna get it out to you this week. I mean, if you get a chance, if they can all sign it, next to their face, that's cool. If not, I ain't mad about it. But I'm gonna send it to you anyway.
Don't you wish we collected comic books during this era? Because this was during the early 2000s, man. I mean, this is just pure nostalgia. Now, granted, the comic books like to read during that time period weren't all that great, but still would have been cool. All right. I guess let's jump into. Just kidding. That wasn't right. It's a good intro. All right, Dustin, what is your read and or cover of the week?
I'm gonna say my read of the week is, man, it was tough because I only read 2 books and it was our top picks. Just so I can show them both, I'm gonna say my read of the week was Last Ronin issue number 3, and my cover of the week was the Jenny Frizen. Actually, would have been the 1 in 50 color splash, but since I didn't actually get that one, I'm going to go with the B cover, which is still really cool. And it has the same color variation that her B cover to issue number 1 has, too. Very striking resemblance to that cover. So it was really cool. Hey, Jose, thanks for the super chat. First time doing this giveaway. Awesome. So what happens is now you have 5 entries on the wheel.
No, it's 2. So it's $1.99 per.
Okay. So you get 2. Okay. Yeah. So at the end of the show, when we get done with the top 10, we're going to put everybody who did super chat giveaway on a wheel, and we'll spin it. It'll be randomized, and whoever it lands on gets a free mystery box. And it's going to have a lot of that stuff you just saw Nick show off too. So they're pretty good stuff.
And you can ask Nathan Martinez. He got one in, and he seemed to be pretty happy with it. I hope so. So I will tell you, I wish they would have used
Off-World Adam. What's going on? Greetings to you as
well. What's up? So I do like this cover as my pick of the week. However, sorry, the focus needs to catch. That's the one thing about these Canons, man. They really love to catch focus on a face and nothing else. But I wish they would have used the interior page. I don't know if I should show it or not. But that interior page that they kind of mimicked here, I like that better. I wish that would have been on the cover. But all that to say, that was probably my pick of the week. As far as read of the week,
except for making sure your mystery boxes at the shop on time. I definitely did.
That's on Dustin,
but that's all on me.
That's all on Dustin. Come on, Beans.
It did one time.
Smelly cats, smelly chat, smelly. See, I get that now because I watched a little bit of the Friends. I would tell you it was weird whenever Lady Gaga showed up. That I felt like Phoebe was a little weirded out by it. Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it. So they were singing Smelly Cat.
She's on there. I'm not watching.
It was for 5 seconds.
I don't care.
But it was just weird.
The human race. I'm not watching it.
Anyways, I think this was probably my read of the week. It got me re-interested in Something's Killing the Children from a different level, because I kind of got out of it after just the constant same things happening. Oh, monster shows up, kid ripped in half. Oh, monster shows up, kid. At some point we should have evolved the story.
Only one time a kid got ripped in half. Actually,
you know what I'm saying though. It developed good, and then it was just boom, boom. And even today when I was rereading it, I was like, man, how many times does it feel like the same thing's going to keep happening? And from it might work really well in a TV show or movie aspect, but I feel like I was just reading.
Let's not get into it too much right now.
I know. All right. Anyways, read of the week because it kind of picked me back into it. So Justin, your top pick, your read of the week.
And your
so my read of the week. This isn't a new book, but it's new to me, so I'm counting it. My read of the week was Spider-Man Life Story.
I started that and I couldn't continue it.
I don't know. I don't know what it was about it. I don't know if it was the concept or the idea of it, but I really enjoyed it. And I hope that, knowing Marvel, they're probably going to overkill this great idea now. I mean, we're already seeing it with Fantastic Four. There are some,
but it's taken a while, right?
Give me one instance where Marvel took something that was successful and absolutely ran it in the dirt. I mean, within a couple of months, just absolutely wore it out and threw it at us so many times that we were absolutely sick of it, to the point where shops are ordering it in droves and it sits on the shelves. Marvel's never done that, Justin. I can't believe you would say that.
I wish you had held up like all 16 covers that you have of it.
I only have the red one, the white one. I have the black and white, the black and red, and this one. That's it.
There are characters I would love to see them do this format with. Like, I would love to see a Doctor Strange story like this. Maybe not necessarily a Captain America, because you get a little bit of that in this one. But I really liked it. So much so that even though I read this digitally on Comixology Unlimited, I still want to go out and buy the hardcover version of it.
Right on.
Just so it's on my shelf. So that was my read of the week. The cover of the week, I said it earlier. I love this X-Men number 20, this Nimrod cover.
Yeah, Nimrod. Sweet, man.
Yeah, Nimrod's one of those characters who just terrified me as a child.
Robbie, awesome, man. That's great. I actually pre-ordered the one with the slipcase too. It just, you gotta have that slipcase. It looks too good.
I pre-ordered 2 of them.
All right, so awesome top picks there. Let's see. Make sure I'm caught up in the chat. So the next thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna get into the next segment. So Nimrod is coming back, right? That's what I've heard.
I'd have to read it, but I got to read like 10 other issues before it first.
Yeah, I mean you're pretty behind on the X-Men stuff, even though you have not missed an issue as far as purchasing.
So once House of X and Powers of X, I'm sorry, I say Powers of X. Once it came out, any book that's mutant related, I have bought, with the exception of X-Men Demon Days. I just wasn't, for whatever reason, I just didn't do anything for me, so I skipped it.
I quit. I haven't picked up anything out after House and Powers, just because they went in so many different directions at the same time. I just was not going to be able to keep up with it. It was just too wild for me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about it. Could not do it. Yes, absolutely. But first, there's something we got to do. We have to hit the
boom.
He's back. All right, so it's time to get into the reviews. So we are obviously going to talk about tonight Something's Killing the Children, issue number 16, and we're going to talk Last Ronin. Nick, do you have anything outside of these to talk about?
No, because I have not. I was going to try to read Blue Marvel or the Blue Flame at some point. Yeah, but I haven't gotten a chance to yet.
Justin, what about you? Did you have anything else you wanted to?
I read the last 3 issues of Nightwing earlier this week.
Okay.
How'd that go? Yeah, talk about that first, because I've been intrigued by Nightwing.
So Nightwing, first off, those covers are beautiful. They're amazing, right? Even the second print, some of the second print covers are better than the first print covers. I'm not hooked from the story yet, but I feel like I know where it wants to go and how it wants to get there. So I'm on for that ride. The art is gorgeous. Like, this is probably one of the prettiest looking books out there.
Who's the artist on it?
I don't even remember. I could run and grab them real quick, but
I know Steve. He raves about that Nightwing series. He loves it. So I've heard him talk about it a lot.
I'm not ready to say that I love it. I love the story. I love the art. For sure. I mean, minor spoiler, you get this in the first issue of it. So if you didn't know, Alfred dies or is dead, and he leaves
like the 100th time in comics.
He leaves all of his money to Dick Grayson, and apparently Alfred was a billionaire.
You don't say.
So it's basically like the start of it is just him trying to figure out, Nightwing trying to figure out how best to use this money to help people.
Didn't Alfred actually have a real kid though?
Oh yeah, Julia.
Yeah. So why would he not?
Well, I guess that just goes to show where Julia falls in the rankings compared to Nightwing.
Dick.
Yeah,
Alfred
compared to Dick.
Yeah. Good Lord. He just destroying his daughter. You know, he's a billion. Couldn't even give none of it to her, huh?
Well, maybe he did like off screen.
Anyways, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I thought about that. I was like, didn't Alfred actually have a daughter? But so you're into the art. Story is so.
I'm into the art. I think the story, it's one of those types of stories that's going to get better the more you read it. The more the story goes on, I think is where it's trying to go. I'm there for the ride, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And the villain that they've introduced in the series seems generally scary. Seems like a bad person.
So who is the villain? Do we know, or you just don't want to spoil?
I believe his name is Heartless.
Interesting.
And you find out very quickly what he does to earn that name.
Let's just rip out somebody's heart.
Let's just say that as a child, I was terrified of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and this is rehashing those memories.
You know what? It might be Alfred coming back from the dead after not giving his kid any of his money. He's heartless.
It's Alfred's kid.
That's a good point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and to be honest, I mean, if you're Alfred Pennyworth and you're basically not just a butler, but you're also a sidekick, you're probably making some pretty good dough.
I just told him that. I just told him you said this, man. Just told him that.
And I don't agree with you 100%. I think it's the prettiest looking book at DC right now. I'm just not quite there on the story yet.
So who's the best DC book? Yeah.
Well, seeing as how that's the first DC book that I've really read.
Well, then how can you make that statement?
How could I not make that statement?
I guess
because
that's
James
true.
Tynion IV is still writing Batman, although I haven't been into it, so I don't know. But last year, James Tynion IV's Batman run was absolutely 100% the best thing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was
great.
Good.
It was great. Well, right on. Anything else, man? Oh God, do we have to start this early? I'll have you know, me and my wife were trying to play cards yesterday, and we were missing like 3 or 4. We were missing like 3 or 4 cards out of every deck of cards we have. So thank you.
So between that and your kid running like an anime character, I'm ruining your life.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
More magic.
Oh no.
You know what? I think we should do if I get a super chat, I'll do a magic. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that because I'll run out of magic tricks.
All right, so let's talk about
I could just do the same one over and over again to screw with Dustin.
Let's talk about the magic that was Something is Killing the Children, issue 16. So we're going to talk about this book first. Then we're going to talk about the last Ronin, issue number 3. Nick said, did you go back and read everything?
Everything. I reread all of it today.
So what did you? How did you feel about everything as a whole after going back and rereading it all together?
So after rereading it all together, the beginning was great. The way it ended was great. The middle, there was so much of kind of the same exact stuff happening in the rehashing. I loved some of the reveals, how a lot of this was James's fault and how he didn't know.
There you go. You got to do it. Get up and go do it right now.
No. He
Nick just
doesn't
sent you $5. Go do it.
No. He was talking about me teaching your kid to Naruto run.
No, I think
the anime running.
I think he wants you to do it.
I can't even get my arms up that high. I think that's physically impossible. Do you guys see? Like, I can't get my arms up that high.
No. The trick is that you got to get your shoulders down low, so it appears your arms are up higher.
That's what it is. Yeah. We taught Dustin's son how to. My sister and I taught Dustin's son how to do it.
Out of frame, run across, out of frame.
I'll just zoom in to where like you just see like just. Anyways, but no, I felt like the middle, there was just a lot of similar stuff. I feel like the story just kind of stayed stagnant for a little bit. Shut up. It's so rude to bring back up those terrible memories. I did. My dumb self did try to do magic for Al Snow. It is what it is. James, by the way, thank you for the super chat. And of course, you'll be now on the wheel of... What is it in the Grinch?
The run thing that he makes my kid do that I can't stand.
Nick doesn't run regardless, not much less a Naruto run. But I will tell you, all that to say, I like the ending. 16 did get me back interested into the run again. The way they set up the story from the beginning. Erica, God bless her. I know she had some terrible stuff happening to her. But like she just seemed cold from the very get-go. Like, oh yeah, my mom and friends are dead. You know?
Absolutely.
She just seemed really cold.
Yeah, that was something that I noticed too. I mean, if you really look, like she kind of, you know, it starts out, she's sitting there covered in her parents' and her best friend's blood.
Yeah.
And she really just seems absolutely emotionless about it.
And I guess it's shock a little too, but yeah, very emotionless.
Yeah, and you know, she's this strange woman comes into her house and is like, "Do you want to go with me?" And she just, yeah.
It is a good story or good
what
art.
else am I gonna do? You know, I mean, the fact that she just went through all of this. I mean, and I love the fact that this series is graphic without being overly graphic, but it allows you to paint the picture in your mind to what it would have actually been like had it been real. Could you imagine being that young and be hanging out with your best friend and all of a sudden she's drugged from you while you're holding on to her and murdered right in front of, I mean, it's just, and I love the fact that we see that I can't remember her name. Hold on. What's her name? The woman that she goes with.
The woman who shows up to save her. Jessica.
If the similarities between Jessica and Erica are really, really good, and it definitely shows that she's obviously going to be kind of almost an apprentice to Jessica at this point, because Jessica's obviously kind of got that black sheepness to her, as far as like she's obviously breaking some of the rules. They don't, you know, they kind of like don't like that she's just bringing Erica in when you bringing her through the front door,
and that makes sense the way Erica turns out.
Right. And in 15, you know, Erica's just doing her own thing, and you know, it's like whatever. And so I definitely like that they're showing the similarities of how she became the way she is, because it's kind of, you know, odd that you've got this entire organization that all walks the line, but then here's Erica, and what is it there about her that's so special that they allow her to get away with this stuff, though? Not that she does it, but the fact that like they let her get away with it. So I'm interested to see like what it specifically is about her that makes her so special, because we obviously know there's something special about her.
So Justin, what did you think?
So when I read it, there was one thing that kind of kept playing in my mind, or a big question that I had, and that was in a previous issue. I don't remember what issue it was. It's one of the very first ones where I think Aaron and Erica interact face to face.
They're 7 or 8.
Yeah, something about there.
They're kind of talking and reminiscing about how their lives have changed since Jessica has passed away. I want to know that story. I want to know. And
even at the end where he was talking about issue 15, because I believe the dragon had Jessica executed, right?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yep. So in 15, he mentions how he misses her dearly. I believe it was Jessica. And then Erica responds, well, didn't you send her to her death, or something like that? So I believe it was Dragon had her executed or sent her into a situation she knew, because he responded basically like, yeah, but I still miss her.
Yeah.
I totally missed that part, but had questions about the other part. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I also really like the idea of when we all noticed that obviously there's some kind of difference in the bandanas they wear around their face with the color differences. But the fact that you have to earn the teeth was something really cool. And being, for me, I equated that because of, I hang out around a lot of bikers. I ride all the time. I equated that to almost like, you think about the Hells Angels, you have to earn your hammers. And how do you earn your hammers? Well, I can't talk about that, but, same way she's got to earn her teeth. It's kind of like it's something that is a rite of passage. And I thought that was something that was super cool. She got her black bandana. So she's obviously going to be going down a certain road because of the color she was given. But the teeth are something that you have to earn as a rite of passage. And I thought that was really cool. So I'm excited to see what she does to earn her teeth. That's going to be really cool.
I thought it was interesting that
shut up, Steve. No, I'm not.
You just briefly meet
I would
Aaron.
die if I was out here.
You just briefly meet Aaron, and he's a little snot, and you're right. Just like, I hate this guy, but I get the feeling that he's going to grow on us, and we're eventually going to like him, and it's going to make his death.
I liked him earlier in the series a little bit,
But you're a little snot too, though.
No. I mean, you kind of you can see he's one of those people. He walks the line and he follows the rules. And I think my thinking is these two are going to probably at some point develop a friendship, and then something's going to happen where Erica wants to go one way that is kind of like away from the rules, and he's continuing down that straight and narrow, and at some point that's going to drive a wedge.
I just thought of what that event could be.
Jessica's death.
Yeah, I wonder if it has to do with Jessica's death.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because she was kind of pissed when he showed up.
Like, he didn't want it to happen, but he knew it was going to, and
maybe Aaron killed her.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Says who?
That'd be just terrible.
Hey, it's got to happen. Whatever.
So one thing in 15 that intrigued me was the fact she's the last black mask, right?
Yeah.
And then she left. And I want to know what the difference is between the black and the white masks.
We did learn that. Hold on.
Did we?
Are there other masks? That's what I question.
Other houses too. Did you?
Yeah.
And then there's also other houses than the House of Slaughter. So I mean, pretty interesting. And I think this is like. I
feel like in 15 or 16, I feel like we heard what it was. Right now, she's wearing the color of the hunter that inducted her, which is black.
So maybe it's just different like clan leaders within it.
No, they obviously have different jobs. I feel like
maybe
the white because the white masks kind of showed up to clean up the mess that Erica made. So maybe the black masks are the monster hunters, and the white masks are the ones that are like, the QC department. They're the ones that are running the quality control. If things get out of hand, they come behind and clean up. Or after Erica has left and killed all the monsters, they show up and make sure that everybody's in line with the story.
But I just feel like if the monster hunters were such a big deal of importance, she wouldn't have been the last one. They would have been training somebody else. So I don't know. I'm intrigued though. And that's where I'm kind of wanting to know where this is going to go, right? Because I almost feel like we're seeing two separate storylines, which we are, and they're tying in. But again, 1 through 15, we really got just what like this one single story with this one event. And then now we're switching into her origin story. And I almost feel like this could have just been its own spin-off miniseries. And they could have continued this as a ongoing with another storyline, continuing, maybe exploring the different houses, or let's pick up a different protagonist in a different one of these houses in the Order of St. George or something like that, right? But I'm totally cool with taking some time and exploring her origin. But I hope they don't beat it to death.
Have that break in between. A lot of stuff does that. I mean, you look at look. I mean, that Jason Aaron run on Avengers we just read. I mean, they had a couple of books that kind of broke up the two separate story arcs. At least this one is good and makes sense and goes along with the story. But I think as time goes on, this issue is going to be extremely important to this story. The next couple of issues are going to be important to Erica Slaughter's story, to the series. Obviously, origin issues are something that's always been important and considered key books. I mean, if you can't get the first appearance, you go for the second appearance. Next thing, you know, obviously the origin issue is always something that's a big deal. So, you know, I think this is definitely, obviously it's not something that's hard to get, super mass printed, but I do think that this is something that's going to be important down the road to this series.
We have a synopsis out already for 17. I'm looking now.
I'm pretty sure.
Right. Oh, here it is. So what turned young Erica into the monster hunter she is today? Discover Erica Slaughter's true origin as she is further initiated into the House of Slaughter, but will she be sorted into the prestigious White Room or the dreaded Black Room with her new nemesis Aaron? Okay, so we're gonna get why Aaron's the nemesis. We're gonna get obviously some differences between the White and the Black Room. So we should get quite a bit, and that comes out June 23rd. So that actually is that's going to be a lot of information on one big book, a lot of our questions.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
I think these next couple of issues are going to be, I mean, how many times I've sat either on Birch's channel or talking to Skeff, whether it was on a video or just sitting backstage or on an IG video call, and just talked about this, you know, the fact that we kind of know about Erica Slaughter, but the fact that Tynan was able to wrap everyone up in this story for as long as he has, and we really don't know very much about this character. And then when you think about that, and it's just like, man, like this story's just been that good. And now we're getting answers to the questions we've been asking from the beginning. I mean, this dude is a genius. He's an absolute genius. And you know, I don't see how he can let this be a disappointment. You know, I don't see this showing up, you know, going the Donny Cates route where it's a big build up and then half the people are happy with the outcome, happy people are out, you know, whatever, that kind of sucked. You know, I feel like the biggest disappointment with this series is everybody's like, man, the issues are so short and you just can't wait to get the next one. They're such a quick read. Even Ursula May said something about that. I said something on Birch's channel about it. Like, that's always my only complaint is it's such a short read, but it always makes you really want something more. And I'll tell you one of my favorite things. I know I'm talking a lot and you want to get in, but I haven't got to talk about this series in a minute. So my absolute favorite thing, I talked about this with Ryan on Birch's channel back when me and him were the only ones on there reading this. We both talked about, we loved the cinematic style that this book is. And it's every issue where you get a couple of pages and then all of a sudden, boom, something is killing children. It's just like the opening of a movie, every issue. And I think that is so awesome. It's, you know, you get this bold statement of what's going on. I mean, I love it. Like, that's one of the things that I absolutely love about this series.
To be fair, doesn't Boom do that with a lot of their books, though?
I don't know. If they do,
I haven't noticed.
This is the first one I ever read that did it.
I think they do it.
We only find them when they're dead. I think might actually do it too.
I think they do it on that one as well.
Okay, well, it started here though.
Like, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah,
I think that adds to the whole
absolutely
cinematic feel of it.
Absolutely,
and it's that cold opening setting you into place. There's what you're reading, and then now we can kind of go with the story.
I almost, when I flip that page, like a little. Like a sound, like I can hear like sound effects, like this chilling music, like opening the next page.
Yeah, I just want, if they make this a TV show, I just want it to be like a bong type sound, like a really like.
See, I always hear like in my head, I picture like a really dark forest with like a kind of a whistling wind with leaves rustling, like really crispy, hard leaves rustling a little bit. I don't know. That's what I always hear when I open that page.
Like goosebumps?
No. But kind of, I don't know. I love Goosebumps, though. Hey, Sean Bowley, what's going on? We're about to absolutely. And Omar, I will actually talk about that, too. Yeah, that's a great question. Absolutely a great question. When are we going to start the Two Brothers Comics Publishing Company? Well, we only have one person here that can do anything with comic books, and he's already taken. So... We have been talking about trying to
Justin's face like no.
We were talking about doing the cover, but Nick, the idea we had, yeah, we can't do that because Boom Studios is no longer allowing any type of what is the
homage?
No, variant. What is it called? The exclusives. Boom Studios is no longer allowing exclusives outside of issue number 1s. This was the last one. So Boom Studios, this was the last time you can get store exclusives. So you'll have all these crazy variants except for issue number 1s from now on, which is crazy because I believe issue number 1 of this only had one store exclusive, and it was a Black Cape Comics. But that was definitely something neat to find out too. Hey, thank you, appreciate that.
Thanks, Omar. We really do appreciate that a lot.
What's the sad face is about though?
I think it's like a happy face.
Oh, okay. I kind of like it too. Honestly, because
I'm fine with it.
It's gotten way crazy, absolutely way crazy. But we thought about doing an exclusive cover, and I guess now we can talk about it. I mean, since we're not doing it for sure now, but we were wanting to do one for Something's Killing Children. We were going to try to see if Austin LeMay could even be the artist, but I heard that news and I was like, well, that sucks. But
real quick, so Justin, any other final thoughts on Siktc? I feel like that's what we should start calling it, Siktc.
Yeah, let's do it.
New shirt idea.
You know, my last thoughts on it are just, it was a good, like, this really feels like maybe like a season 2 almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So if we're talking in terms of TV shows and this is the season premiere of season 2, I'm all for it. I like the opening. I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes.
Yep. 100%. I just hope they don't like really run this origin thing into the dirt. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it fresh.
I think 3 issues and we should be good. Maybe
really?
4.
I was thinking that this thing was going to be like 15 issues because that was kind of like season 1. So if this is going to be like season 2, then I was thinking it was going to be 15 issues. But
well, I mean, I guess that would be fine as long as, like Nick said, they don't just beat it in the dirt.
Well, my issue with this one is,
hope you're doing well, Kyle.
Like maybe there's some time skips in there where we skip forward a couple years.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say is like with the first 15, we were just still in the same town the whole time. We kind of were getting like the same old thing. Children are getting eaten, monsters, blah, 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 blah. And there were some cool reveals, but like I felt like in the middle, there was a lot we could have cut out. But like with time skips and stuff, I'm totally on board with that. Like big event, time skip. Let's see what impacted her life here, there, whatever. Like I'm cool with that for 15 issues or so, but like every 5, I would want to see a pretty sizable jump or something.
What is your least favorite comic? Venom until the next issue. Crossover, God Country.
That's not a fan of Donnie. I'm trying to think what one I didn't like at all. Well, there was some. What was the one that you loved so much? And I was like, nah, I'm not into it. Yeah, I feel like we had that argument about one. I just couldn't get into.
We both really liked Once and Future at one point.
Yeah.
Then we fell off of that.
Justin, what's yours?
One that I just did not like. I'd have to think about that.
Least favorite comic. That's hard because like I may give it an issue or 2 and then I just stop pulling it. So like we only find them when they're dead. Like the premise of it was interesting and then it just kind of got boring to me. But that's unfair for me to say like it's my least favorite because I've done that with several. Like X-Force, I was totally on board with that, and then it just kind of bored me. Wolverine, yeah. X-Men totally lost me.
You know what? I really enjoyed the first couple of issues of Wolverine. I stopped picking it up though. I mean, I thought that I liked where it was going, and I wouldn't be against going back and checking it out at some point. But
Power Rangers maybe for me, and I don't say that from a way of like me, pooping on Power Rangers, but like I could never get into it.
Yeah,
absolutely wouldn't happen. So for me, like maybe that would be it. But you at one point loved it.
Hey, if you're interested, my shop is actually selling these Warriors posters. You can DM me on Instagram. They're actually selling these for $40 shipped. It was a promotional piece for the comic book, which was never released. So like you can't find these anywhere. But if you're interested, you want one, hit me up. I can get that to you.
Right on, man.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Tell them to subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we have some cool old stuff. We should redo some of our older videos with the newer production quality, but talking about, new comics and stuff like that and how to get into it. Dustin does hate Captain America. Absolutely. He hates anything manga, I guess. And technically those are comic books.
I can't even say I hate manga. I've never read it. I can't see myself reading backwards. Like I just can't. I
should legitimately let you try to read Berserk and let you get past some of the weirdness. I think you might be okay with it.
Tell your friends and family. Appreciate it.
Thanks, bud. All right, Justin, your least favorite comic, what was it?
I can't.
It's hard to think about it. It really is.
Oh, you know what, Nick? I know exactly what book it is that you were thinking of, but it was me that didn't like it and you that loved it, and that was Three Jokers. I did not think that it was all that. We used to fight. We was fighting about that the whole time.
But it was really. Look, I was about to do it again. Yeah, you didn't care for it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Justin, still not sure?
I can't. I'm not saying that everything I've read that I've loved, but I can't think of something that I've read that I was just like, I hate this. This is trash.
Yeah. It's very hard for me to point something out like that because even if I don't like it, I can still understand the aspects of why somebody would. For example, Fables, right? I read a ton, like almost 70 issues, but I cannot comprehend, and I can comprehend, but I can't say it's as good as everybody else makes it out to be. And to be honest with you, like I've read the first 65-ish issues of Spawn, and I'm struggling with that. Right. I mean, I've stopped really the last 4 weeks. But then some books like Jupiter's Legacy, for example, I read the entire 4 volumes of that within a day. It was just, it kept me going. But again, for me to say, are they my least favorite? No, it's hard to say.
I thought of the single issue that I didn't like.
What?
The most. So way back when Matt Fraction was writing Future Foundation. Okay. And if you don't know what Future Foundation was, it was a Fantastic Four book without the Fantastic Four in it. Like the Fantastic Four went on a trip and somehow they got stuck there. So they had to kind of form a new Fantastic Four. And the leader of this group was Ant-Man, Scott Lang. And it was only like a 24 or 25 issue run. But by the end of the series, Ant-Man takes down Dr. Doom. He just defeats him. He doesn't do it by like pure strength or anything like that. He does it using his mind. Like he's like a scientific genius. He has unlocked the true secret and potential of Pym particles. Okay.
Interesting.
So we see Scott Lang in this new light as this like super intelligent genius who takes down Dr. Doom because Dr. Doom killed his daughter. That's how we leave Scott Lang. Okay.
Wow.
And then the Ant-Man movie comes out, and the next time Scott Lang shows up, he's Paul Rudd, and he's suddenly down on his luck, running a detective agency, can't do anything right, and just messes everything up. And I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. The last time I read this guy, he just beat Dr. Doom single-handedly. And now he can't even form a business?
Yeah.
Something going on there.
Wrong. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of weird stuff like that they do in comics sometimes. And okay, so my least favorite issue I've read and most recent is I started reading, somebody said Amazing Spider-Man sucks right now, but I did start with the new story arc, that new suit change, because I was very intrigued. And whenever they have Peter Parker showing up as a social media influencer, his new suit was nothing but a way for him to pick up jokes and stuff like that. Like basically turned Peter Parker into this weird Instagram influencer sellout was just like so corny to me. That probably would have been my most least favorite issue I've read in quite some time.
I can't say the name of what I'm drinking because YouTube will hit us for that, but it is the name of a certain kind
virus
of virus that's going on right now. But we're not allowed to say that because YouTube doesn't like it. So, but that's what I'm drinking, and it is the extra because who drinks light?
But anyways, all right. So you guys want to talk about Last Ronin for a minute, or Dustin?
Absolutely.
And Justin's going to step away for a minute.
Yeah,
he's going to. I'll be back.
Why do we do that? Go ahead.
What?
Too many,
we did.
Too many Chiefs.
Click at the same time. I was going to ask you. We should get Justin.
Indians.
We should get Justin the stuff so he can log in and manage the chat, so we can just sit back and relax the whole time.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. So Last Ronin. So I've been sitting on this for a minute. I reread all of the stories beforehand.
And you were so full of crap.
What do you mean?
You were like, oh no, what you think's gonna happen is not gonna happen. I was like,
I know it was exactly what you said. Like almost to a T, you were right. But yeah, as soon as I saw, like, I flipped the page, saw the explosion last week, and this is gonna be some spoilers. But as soon as I flipped the page, saw that explosion, and there's actually this particular one. Where is it at? Where they're kind of standing together, and they're like, "So what's the plan?" And he's like, we just we're gonna go do this thing. Where was? Yeah, right here. They're all beat up at the bottom. I was like, "Oh yeah, they're about to die," and Dustin was right. So, so somebody mentioned in one of your comments on that review video you did, why were their deaths cheap? And I know you said that in kind of a way, like you felt like cheap in the sense of they killed two people at one time.
Well, and it was a little more than that too. I mean, if you look at issue number 2 with Raphael's death, obviously, a lot of people would say Raphael is probably the favorite turtle, but honestly, like with the turtle fandom, they are equally loved. I mean, there is groups and groves that love each and every one of them, as a favorite. Now, obviously, I'm a Raph guy. I always have been, but Raphael, he got an entire issue. We got to see him go to battle and go out a warrior all the way to the point of him absolutely in the water and the whole fight. We got to see it all. And I feel like with Casey and Leo, Leonardo is the leader of the turtles. And I was like, he goes out in an explosion. Like, I mean, I want to say I feel like Leonardo deserves better than that. And obviously Casey Jones, I'm a little biased because, him and Raph are at the top, even with as my favorite characters. But for them to take Casey out with Leonardo, I feel like that actually
What's up, Joe? No worries, man.
What's up, man? I feel like Casey going out with Leonardo actually, would have been like an honor for him, to be someone who's like a secondary member of the team, to go out with someone like Leonardo, the leader of the team, the importance of Leonardo to this franchise, and to die alongside him. I feel like that's something super honorable for Casey Jones. So that I liked, but I just felt like we didn't get they didn't put the same detail and the same love into the death of these two characters that Raphael got. But at the same time, I also had to step back and look and say, well, they also did go out, like a leader would. They made sure everyone else was out first, and they were the last ones out. And, Leo was the first one into battle. He was the last one out, and he didn't make it. But, I just, I don't know. It's just, you get the explosion, and then you see the katana sitting there with Casey's mask on it, and that was pretty much it. Like, it was never revisited. You didn't get much detail about it. But at the same time, you also have to realize, I guess, that this is only a 5 series, and that goes to my answer to Omar's question. What is the one thing that I would change or that I dislike the most about this series? It's that we're only getting 5 issues. I feel like there's so much story to be told here. This could have been a 10-issue series and been so much more, because then you could have kind of told 2 separate stories and used 5 issues for each story. You could have had one issue where it's completely in the past, what happened here, and then the next issue is a fast forward to the future and focus on that. And they could just flip flop, and then the last issue be a culmination of everything. That's what I would love to have seen.
Yeah.
but obviously, I don't know why they didn't do that. I mean, obviously, you know, this was written in the 80s, so he already Eastman had his vision for this, but at the same time, they had to know the excitement, and they had to have known this was a money book all day long. So, I mean, why not extend it to 10 issues or something like that?
And I get that too. Great. But what I will say is, we just talked about something that's killing children. One of my chief complaints was it kind of drug on too much, right? And I wonder if, you know, maybe this is you know, I could picture maybe 6 or 7, right? The first one, you get a little bit of information. 2, maybe you focus on, is it Hiroto? I think I'm saying that right.
Hold on just a second. Hey, Omar. Hey, we are 100% family friendly here. I promise you that. No bad influences here, man. We got kids and they watch the channel, so we are 100% family friendly. I can't say everybody in the chat. We can't keep leashes on those guys, but as far as we go, you know, we keep it family friendly here. So,
and Dustin doesn't even curse until after midnight. So
that's right. And then even then, I'm still very, very tame.
But anyway,
Nosh,
so I feel like
later, brother.
Hey,
sorry, later.
No,
brother.
No worries, man. Nosh always deserves a big shout out. Yeah, would have taken all 10 years to come out. But anyway, that is a big complaint of mine too. But that's a whole nother conversation. So for me, I think maybe 6 or 7, right? The first one, you kind of I think the first episode or the first book was fine. Second, maybe we get a little bit more about, is it Hiroto? I'm pronouncing that right?
Yeah. So
Oroco, maybe more on
Oroco is more or less. No, Oroco is basically the title. Like that is the title.
Okay,
like as the leader of the Foot Clan, and his name is Hiroto. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you only thought issue 1 was just fine?
Well, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm saying like in terms of the story built it up. So like number 1 was good.
Yeah.
Number 2, maybe I would have liked to have learned more about this guy. And you see a little bit about it here in the end. But I feel like that was just like, okay, here's some information. I would love, because he's a new character. We know about the turtles. Yeah. I really don't care anything for the new Casey Jones, and I honestly don't care much about what April Jones is, or April is doing right now. That doesn't interest me.
Same way. I understand where they're going with it, because we all know at this point, like obviously, you know, she's
gonna end up saving. Yeah,
she's gonna be the Jenica of this story, which is what they want. And like I could care less about it, but you know, but we know that's where it's going. So,
but like I said, I would love number 2. Maybe give me more of this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I like that.
And that was what I talked about on Thursday, and in my review, I was very happy to finally get a piece of the puzzle to Hiroto, because we don't know anything about this guy. We haven't seen anything. You know, very minimal panels featuring this guy. So to see a little bit more in depth into that, and also like they started a truce. They had a truce going.
Yeah, that was something I didn't even catch the first time too.
Right, and I've said it for a minute. Yeah, for those of you guys who watch when I drop these last Ronin videos, I've said all along, like, Baxter Stockman's going to have a big role. They would not have mentioned Baxter Stockman. His Mousers wouldn't be there. They wouldn't have brought him into the first issue right off the bat if something wasn't there. And obviously we're seeing now, like I said in the video I just did, my thoughts is as we get further into the backstory, we're going to see that Baxter Stockman literally calls both sides to think the other broke the truce. And we've already seen the groundwork laid for that in this issue here, because even though the Turtles didn't want to take the truce seriously, even Master Splinter wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, and obviously they're going to follow along with him. But we know now, like, Baxter Stockman is absolutely 100% the guy.
This is Honeycomb, right?
Honeycut.
Honeycut right here.
No, that's Baxter.
I thought Honeycut's in here.
Yeah, so Honeycut
okay.
put his consciousness inside of a robot, which was later called Fugitoid, because it was a fugitive humanoid, and that happened in the original Mirage run. Yeah.
That was something that I hadn't followed, because and that's something I should go back and read. And I will so I've read a little bit of that trade I have, but so this was something that, I'll be honest with you, I get what they're doing, but I am not a fan of the way it looks printed like this. It doesn't look as good as it did originally. I don't care for that artwork in this large, really clean cut format.
I guess I just got excited that they were throwing back so much,
and they've done it before, and I'm cool with it, but like it just doesn't look as good.
I just yeah. I mean, my thoughts were it is almost a revamped look to the grittiness of the original, but it does not have the same. It doesn't have the same effect for me either. But it was cool to finally, or it was cool in issue number 2 to see that pop up in there.
And I don't know, but like it just looks so much better in this type of format, right? And I don't know if it's, but I mean, like this. And Dustin, if you like this, and James mentioned this, so if you're good with this, like you read this weird black and white, no color, the art style, you would be totally fine with manga because most of it is this way. Very similar art style, all of it. It's just reading right to left instead. Yeah. But all that, like, that's a very good point because this looks exactly like 90% of it. So
yeah, and it's the new stuff in there just kind of looks like almost like it's almost like when you see a movie from the 90s and they revamped it and upscaled it and it just doesn't look like, for some reason it just doesn't look the same. I don't like it as much. It's like, I just rather watch it on VHS. So it's almost that same. Almost got that very same much kind of feel for me.
We were watching Bug's Life and it looks awful on a 4K TV. You know what I mean? The animation, even Monsters Inc. does. So it's very similar concept
for that. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so like issue 1, good. Issue 2, I wish they would have focused more on Hiroto. Then like 3, 4, 5, we get to see the deaths, but like the entire issue really draws it out. Like I feel like, who's the first one that died? What's the first turtle's name that died? Leonardo?
Raph died first.
Raph died first, then Leo and Casey. So Raph, he got a good death, I felt like, right? But these two, it certainly was a little quick. And I would really like to explore Michelangelo's time in the mountains a little more. Where he got his mutation.
I mean, I think so. And obviously we're going to see him in Japan. That's where he's headed to now. I got to go back and read because I didn't really follow as much on what's going on with Donnie and Splinter as far as where they're going.
But and that's something that missed me.
Yeah,
I missed.
Yeah, I mean, I read it, but I didn't follow exactly like where they're at because I kind of read this issue through before I started the Thursday night chat with Steve and them. But I definitely think the next issue we're probably going to see Splinter and Donnie die together, or they're gonna somehow die. But what did you think about my thoughts on the fact that they keep bringing up in every issue? We keep seeing more and more. They point more and more in every issue to Michelangelo's extreme mutation.
And the black blood vial.
You see the black blood vial, and my thoughts, like I immediately took it as, how you watch the documentaries on people who were like, the tallest man on earth, and they have that giant, and what do they call the disease when you're a giant? They call it some kind of giant's disease or something.
Yeah.
And basically, like, your body just gets so like big that it just fails. And I kind of feel like that's where this is going to go with Michelangelo. And honestly, I'm not going to be satisfied as much, I don't think, if Michelangelo makes it out of this series alive. And as bad as that sounds, like, as a Turtles fan, like, yes, I love the Turtles, but I feel like he has to die in this series at the end for it to be complete, for the closure to be there. Because, okay, say Michelangelo wins, Hiroto dies, whatever, like, where do we go from there? I would rather see complete closure to the story, and Michelangelo be dead. He dies somehow, whether his mutation kills him or whatever. I don't want to see him fall at the hands of Hiroto, and I don't think he will, unless they decide to let Casey's daughter, avenge him, which obviously could happen at this point. I mean, who knows? But I think the last page of the very last book of seeing the spirit of Mikey finally align with the brothers that we've been seeing the whole time. You know, just in the last panel of the last page. I think that would be a fitting end and closure to the story as a whole.
Well, I tell you one thing that one of the things I loved in here was he goes, "Just hurry up, I hate needles."
What's going on, brother? Good to see you, Lee.
What's up, Quack Comics?
My main man.
But yeah, so the needles thing, right? He goes, "Just hurry up, I hate needles," and I just found that so funny. I'm like, dude, you were like 9 foot tall, swoller than Brock Lesnar in his prime, and you hate needles. And I do. And every time I read
that, oh, it's barely any blood. She's filling up vials of it.
Yeah, she's got like a six pack of it. Yeah,
and how crazy was it too? With the mutation thing, like obviously she's telling us, you know, April's mentioned multiple times. What's up, Randy? Good to see you, man. She told us multiple times, like, his mutations almost gotten out of control. He's way bigger all the way around, but every time we see him with his brothers, they all look the same size. To me, he should definitely be bigger than them. Like, we should be able to tell a difference in size between them. I feel like that they missed the mark on that a little bit, and maybe it's just
that's probably more in the art stuff. Yeah, that's probably just in the art, and they haven't thought it through. But
it was just something I picked up that I was like, should Michelangelo be significantly bigger than the other brothers? I mean, how have you felt about the fact that, and it may not bother you as much as it has me, but the fact that Mikey, and I guess I know I understand why, but it's just been so weird to see Mikey naked, like he has no mask. He has no mask. There's no
belt,
nothing, nothing.
And that is
naked. It
makes him look very well. And all of the turtles are technically, really, but yeah, like it does make him look like a generic character. It is amazing, like just the small character design of the bandana and the wrists, like how big of a difference that actually makes. I think that's also a really cool character design change they made, because originally they were all red, right? They were all the red bandanas, and I think that
why they changed to different colors,
because you couldn't tell them apart in the comics.
Nah, it wasn't the comics; it was for the cartoon, actually.
Oh, was it the cartoon?
Yep. Yeah, because
I guess in the comics it was black and white, so it didn't matter, right? When was the first time they were printed in color?
Issue number 7. There was actually a couple of pages or a page in there where it was in color.
That's a really cool fun fact, actually.
Yep. Yeah. So that TMNT Adventures number 1 came out actually after the TV show did, and that's when it started turning into more like a silly kid-friendly series. But whenever they were
brutal at first.
Oh yeah, when they were approached for the cartoon series, the people that were in charge of doing that were like they wanted to change everything about turtles. They're like, we're gonna do a cartoon series, we're gonna sell toys, we're gonna do all of this stuff, but we have to change the core of what this is, which obviously was an absolutely fantastic idea for marketing.
Yes,
but it at the same time, it's like, man, it was
I mean, you look at the turtle tail.
Yeah, I mean, what you're reading right there is so good, but at the same time, would I still be interested and love these turtles so much if they hadn't have made that drastic change? Probably not. But
and I feel like they're taking the last Ronin's a little bit of a throwback to some of the brutality and stuff too, right?
Absolutely, yeah, because this is definitely in the same universe as well, I guess partially the same universe, because Casey Jones and April's daughter is obviously different. I thought I had that one figured out, but I didn't. But yeah, they were like, if we're gonna put this out for kids, and we're gonna do the toys and the cartoon, like, they need to have their own identities, and that came with their own specific personalities at that point. And then also just the colors of the bandanas, because they didn't really have these specific personalities that they have now either. Michelangelo was not the party dude. He was as much a savage as Raphael was, if not more, in the original run, which is, fitting, when you think about it now. Like, they're kind of mixing it a little, but if you've read the original stuff, it's not as surprising that Michelangelo would survive through all that and be the last one, because this is not party dude Michelangelo.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I think the thought process behind it is all great. I could honestly,
yes,
I could do. I mean, I think Casey Jones. I don't see the real benefit of her being in the story. She's been very much so back an unnecessary storyline.
They're building her. You can see it. You can see it.
But like I said,
yeah.
And it just doesn't
why,
make a lot of sense.
I hate the fact that they named her Casey Jones so much.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
She should have been given her own name.
It's almost like they're trying to, I mean, it literally feels like they're trying to replace Casey Jones. Like, don't try to replace Casey Jones with the gender swap character. Like, well, we won't get into it, but I mean, that kind of aggravated me. And I'm not saying that because I was wrong about who this girl was.
Yeah,
but
they should have done the Shadow. I think that would have been better.
You had Shadow laid out for 30 years almost. It would have been so easy to just go with that, but we have to have a new Casey Jones, and I hated it so much.
Has she donned the mask yet?
No, but that's coming.
Oh, that's probably last issue.
I guarantee you in either, I bet it doesn't happen until issue 5. I guarantee you, because we all know that Michelangelo is going to lead the resistance into battle against the new Foot Clan. It's going to happen. And I guarantee you, right before they come out and go to battle, April's going to give her that mask. It's going to happen. She will have the mask on, no doubt. If it doesn't happen, it'll blow my mind. But when it happens, it's going to really tick me off.
So would you guys want to see an R-rated TMNT movie, though?
The first,
I don't know.
As great as the first one was, I don't know that you would have to go. Well, you know what? Honestly, because think about, if you go rated R, you can actually kind of throw back to the original comics, because the original comics was full of, there was blood. How many times, if you've never read the Mirage Studios run, nobody's ever seen the turtles. Like, they've got swords and sais and all this stuff. You've never seen anybody get stabbed. That was my whole thing with Jenica's design that I thought was so dumb, because you've literally given her these Wolverine freaking brass knuckle things. How is she supposed to use those? Because you're not going to throw her in this comic book and have her slashing people up. So how does that even make sense? So it would be cool, but I don't think it would be something that would work anymore, because that's not what people know. For people like my age, yes, but you're not making Turtles movies for me anymore. You're making them for my kid. And my kid just sat and watched all 3 of the 90s Turtles movies today. But, I think if they were to go back and continue, try to redo, not redo, please don't redo, but do something like they did in the original one, I think it would be great. I didn't hate the last set, but I don't know. I'm not really sure how Seth Rogen's going to, or Seth, what's his name? What's that Rogen guy?
Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen?
No, the other one that I can't stand. The guy.
I think it's Seth Rogen.
Is his name Seth Rogen?
Yeah, he did Invincible too.
The dude guy, dude.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I can't stand him, man. I don't think he's funny. I've never found him funny.
Some of his stuff has been humorous to me, but
I've been told he's produced some stuff that was pretty good. So I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't screw up the Turtles.
So he has done some stuff that has been good, but like I feel like the humor he dropped over the top of Invincible was not good to me. But that's just me. That's the way I read Invincible comics, and I never even finished the new season because it was ruining it for me. But have we seen the new TMNT show, the animated one? I've not.
I think my kid watches it, but I haven't. I haven't. I don't really watch much of anything anymore. I mean, I stay so busy with everything that I have going on that I barely get to watch anything. And if I do, it's basically I'll put it on and listen to it while I fall asleep at night or while I'm working. But, I mean,
90% of the stuff I watch now is probably for my child. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Moana and Cars the last few weeks. But yeah, they're saying the animation was pretty good.
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
What's up? What's up?
We say hey to ICT Vinny. I don't know if we say hey to you, man, but good to see you if we haven't. Been watching the videos the past few weeks, finally catching the first live stream. Hey, welcome. We appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Absolutely. Appreciate that so much. Always awesome to see brand new people hanging out, especially in the live stream. Seth Rogen's first word. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I've just never found the guy humorous. I don't know. I don't know. But at the same time, I can't say much because I love Danny McBride. So, I mean, it's
and I can't stand him at all. But you also like Trailer Parks, and I can't.
I don't know why.
Thank you for the super chat.
I love
James.
Danny McBride. Have you ever watched Southbound and Down? Or Eastbound and Down, excuse me.
I just cannot stand him as a person. Something
I don't
about
know
him
anything about him as a person, but
I'm just saying, like, any of his acting roles or anything
Down,
like that.
I loved, and he did another show called Vice Principals that I loved. And I forget the guy that was in its name, but you've seen Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, towards the end, you have the guy that is dressed up like a woman, and he's got the boobs and everything.
No, I don't remember.
Anyway, that guy's in Vice Principals with Danny McBride, and it's actually pretty funny. I enjoyed that one too. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I like Danny McBride. I'm watching Eastbound and Down right now for like the third time. I mean, I saw it was on HBO Max, and yeah, absolutely. Lee knows.
I don't know what slaps means, but I think it means good. But yeah, I mean, I can sing the soundtrack if y'all want me to. I'll get it. Moana. He said Moana slaps. I think that's a good thing.
Hey,
what was the
good deal?
Thanks, man. That's what we're trying to do. Hopefully, you don't have to hit an eBay price. The same thing with that Something's Killing the Children stuff. So,
yeah,
Dustin wasn't looking out for you guys, so I decided to do a video and put it out there.
Oh, get out of here!
I still got to order mine. I'm putting mine in through organic price.
I was trying not to get fired this week. Is what I was trying not to do.
What was the first?
I mean, might as well be. I pretty much got laid off.
Maybe not. So what was the first comic you guys read? Mine would have been the Infinity Gauntlet series, but the first series I completed would have been Saga, maybe?
No, we read the Batman TMNT together, and we read that Thanos series together.
Yep.
Way before Saga. First comic book I ever read
probably
was,
Power Rangers.
One of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers run by why can't I remember his name? What is the guy's name that did the first volume? Wow, can't remember, but volume 1 of Power Rangers. And then the first series me and Nick read, like new comic book day stuff, was the TMNT Batman volume 3 and that Thanos run that came out in 2019. I think that was Thanos volume 3, which was actually pretty decent. It wasn't bad.
I actually put that in a box I sent over to AR Comics. He bought the entire Red Mother run from me, so I put those in there for him.
I've still got my whole set too,
because it was a good run. But like I said, I'm trying to kind of condense some stuff down. Yeah, James, that was on Omar.
Kyle Higgins.
Yeah, Omar, that was on James.
That's exactly who it was, Kyle. So Power Rangers by Kyle Higgins. Kyle would remember because they got the same name.
Yeah, what were some of you guys' first comics? What was the first manga I read? Actually, the first volume of Dr. Stone. Oh no, it was Berserker. It was Berserker. Or is it Berserk?
It might have been your Dragon Ball Z's, right?
No, it was Berserk, and then I flipped through those, but I'd already watched this. Like, so the thing with anime and manga, Dustin, is very rarely do they like separate one from the other. Basically, they just take exactly what was in that chapter, is what they call it, and that episode is just the animated version. That's what's cool about it, is they don't really differ at all, except for Dragon Ball Super to differ a little, but that's just because they had it into season.
Yeah. As crazy as it sounds, like, I mean, it sounds silly, but if I was going to read one, I would probably want to read like some of the 90s Pokemon stuff. Like, I've got some of the issues.
Go ahead.
I mean, they're so clean. I don't want to open them because they're like really nice copies, but I guess that's like the closest to manga that I have that I collect is those Pokemon covers or Pokemon comics from the 90s. So, hey, if anybody's got any of those or you see them at the shop, hit your boy up because I do collect those.
But yeah, man, like, I mean, you should certainly try some of those, like Cowboy Bebop. I don't know about that one, but I mean, it is about a cowboy.
Chris says Alpha.
Oh, that's cool.
42.
Right on. But yeah, I'm really enjoying some of the manga stuff, and not like the weird stuff, just like actual good storylines.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're still waiting on Justin to do. Justin's checking on the wife.
Yeah.
Before we jump into our one thing, but
I'll tell you another series that I've read recently that I really enjoyed, and a lot of people said they hated it. Obviously, big cat fans like me, but that Secret Empire, man, I loved that, and I've heard a lot of people say they hated it. A lot of people say they loved it, but Secret Empire was really good all the way through. I think you'd like that. You should check it out. Just the standard story. I think it's 12 issues. I read it in about a week. Just reading. 1 or 2 books a day. You could probably knock it out in a freaking day the way you read. But Missing Link, what's going on? Good to see you hanging out. But yeah, I really enjoyed
League of
that
America
one.
189. That's awesome. But yeah, so I was about to ask something. I guess so. While we're waiting on Justin, so he's checking on helping his wife with his kid real quick before we jump into, because we have the toy box, we have the new thing we're gonna do real quick, literally a minute, and then the top 10. So you want to open it up just for a question and answer? I don't think we've ever done that. Like a AMA, ask me anything.
Yeah, sure. You guys got any questions? Ask for sure.
Drop them in. Now, obviously, go ahead.
I was gonna say top 10 tonight for everybody hanging out. If you've never seen the show, we end the night with one of 3 things. We'll either do a hot topic discussion if there's something just crazy, in the news going on. We'll do a top 10 list where all 3 of us make a top 10 of a certain category, and we'll, go one round apiece, tell what we have in each number, and then at the end we'll rank them together, and sometimes it ends up in a pretty good argument. Or we'll do a show off where we pick a category and we show comic books that fit the category. You guys vote on which one you like. Tonight we're doing top 10 on top 10 worst covers that feature a first appearance inside the comic. Not first cover appearance, but a comic book that features a first appearance. And we're doing top 10 worst covers. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be when I announced it. So, but if you guys have any other top 10s, like serious suggestions, for sure, drop those. And we're also looking to do get into more reviews on like older books.
So do you want to, we can talk about that too while some of these questions are rolling in. So I've sent over some logo reviews to Austin LeMay, altered those a little bit. And so what we're actually going to do is, because we do so much on our main channel, and most of the stuff we do does really well, but when we put up reviews, when we put up these shorts, some shorts do really well, some don't. Reviews 9 times out of 10 just don't do well. And I think what is happening is we have 2 separate markets within the comic books. You have the collectors and the readers, and there's that middle of the road both, okay? And I feel like we had that collector market happening. I don't know how that's so funny.
Did you see that face he made? He was like,
I get it, dude. I live that life. I understand. It's tough. I had to go get my wife up off the floor because she fell asleep putting our baby to sleep. You know what I mean? So I get it. But so what we're going to do is likely create a comic book review channel and a comic book short channel specifically for that, to hit those audience, because I feel like we have really good capture on the collector audience right now. But most of the a lot of collectors who collect back issues or are interested in grading stuff don't necessarily care about reviews as much. But what we're going to do is create that comic book review channel, a comic book short channel, put out 3 or 4 videos a week, probably target 3 reviews a week on the one. Comic book shorts, I can pump those out, and I think that's going to kind of be a focus. And then we might end up scaling back this channel to 4 a week, because what we end up doing is we always put out one video that we're like, hey, let's try something new. And it normally, like your TMNT review, the Superman review, a phenomenal video. I think that was one of the best review videos we've done, but YouTube didn't like it and didn't push. You know what I mean? So we're going to do that, and that's what's going to happen. So that'll be cool. Justin, are you okay?
I hope so.
So we opened it up for a minute for questions. Have we seen the new Marvels trailer for Eternals? Yes. And my big and by the way, with the questions, keep them family friendly and nothing personal because I'm not going to answer that. But I did see it. And my biggest complaint was we've never interfered in the world before, as the entire trailer is nothing but them creating weapons and helping with gardening and stuff like that on Earth. And if you've never interfered before, how big is the threat going to be compared to 50% of all the population in the world just disappearing? Like, the new threat is going to have to be so big. I can't even imagine what the bad guy's going to be. You know what I mean?
Conqueror, they've already announced it.
No, I guess it is King. So, but like, I don't know. It's just, it's I'm interested in it, but I'm not super excited about it. And maybe it's just I'm more excited for Black Widow. Like, I feel like that's going to be the end of my MCU. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the old guy, get off my lawn. Like, you guys don't know about the original MCU kind of stuff.
Anthony says, are there any books y'all are specking on right now? If you're talking about like new books, I don't know if it would count as specking because I've been on this series since it started, but I did send a bunch of Something's Killing the Children's off that I have because I only bought the A cover and the FOC cover or the variant or whatever. I bought both whenever the series coming out because I love the covers, love the story, but I did send some off to get graded. So I am sitting on like 8 or 9.8 right now. So I guess I would say yeah on that. But as far as like older books, I mean, I don't know if it like Hulk 181, I bought that as a long-term investment. I don't think Wolverine is a spec. I mean, obviously, like, how do you do X-Men and want it to be successful if you don't have Wolverine? So same thing with Submariner. I don't think that's a spec. I think Submariner's coming. I've got both of those, but we don't do a lot of spec here on our channel. We don't spec a lot, and I'll explain to you why. Because
I have 10 issues of Mark #1.
You had how many issues of Berserker fourth print in your box last week? I had 9 of these in my box this week. Like, we don't. It's not that we can't, that we're not capable.
I just don't put the effort into it.
We don't want to spend we don't have the time to spend to keep up with it because it takes so much time to be good at it. And it's just not something that interests us. I mean, if we wanted to, we could be as good as anybody else at it. It's just not something that interests us as much. You know, our efforts and energy are, put into other things at this point.
Right now, I'm just reading. Like, I'm at the point where I'm reading so much. Justin, what about you? Any comics you're specking?
The only thing I'm going to start doing is just probably buying up more first appearance X-Men books, because that's
the smartest move right now, I think.
I mean, that's what I'm the most comfortable with, right? Like, that's what I'm the most knowledgeable about. If I'm going to spec on anything, it's going to be that stuff.
And if you get them and it doesn't work out, you're not going to be mad that you just stuck with them. I mean,
no, I mean, I would love to have 14 copies of the first appearance of Forge just hanging out in my collection.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He might be retired for a few minutes. I don't know.
Justin might have lost the Moana hair. I don't know, man. You're gonna have to see when Justin has some time to do that. That's our official Whack Comics ambassador.
I am the representative.
So who had a heart attack?
Road Dog.
Oh.
You didn't? Oh, I see. Okay, I fell asleep. Or I didn't fall asleep. I missed it. Sorry. Missing link. So yeah, the manga stuff, that's something else we're trying to figure out too, because I promised Dustin we would turn this into a manga channel. But I do think there's some serious overlap there. And it's pretty interesting. Dustin, fun fact, Justin probably knew this. Did you know the top 20 selling graphic novels? Guess what those are?
Well, you told us last week they were manga.
Yeah, like literally, manga is outselling.
Like, you talked
Western
about it on
comics.
Babble-on last week.
Did I? I don't remember. But like, manga is outselling in the US more than anything else right now by metric tons. It's ridiculous. And I want to do a video about why I think that is, but I don't want it to be taken in a wrong way, because there are a lot of people doing it just to crap on Western comics, just to do it, right? Just, Marvel is a terrible publisher because of XYZ, right? And that's not the opinion I'm coming at it from. So I like that. And I sat here for about an hour while Ellie was taking a nap, and that's when I texted you guys. I was like, what are y'all doing? Because I was about to say, well, let's just go live. But because I was trying to figure out a way to do this video. I'm sitting right here and I couldn't figure out the best way to present the information. So I'll have to sit on it for a minute. But yeah, like we are very interested in pursuing that avenue.
So Anthony, what Chris was asking when he's talking about Road Dogg. So I'm on another channel. We do a show called The Hunt where we all impersonate like a wrestling personality while we basically do battle with comic books. So one of my personalities I use is the Road Dogg on there. So I didn't want you to think we were making light of the situation that actually Road Dogg Jesse James had a heart attack and was in.
Oh, he said LOL, I was being coy.
Oh, okay. I was about to say like we weren't making light of that. So
and yes, thankfully it is. My father-in-law did get it. And he was the last person to get it. He didn't have a severe reaction, but my wife, like Dustin, you've seen the pictures of the skin literally coming off of her hands and feet. It is nuts, dude. I showed it to an Army vet at work. He goes, that looks like she's been through prison training camps. Not yet.
Nope. Not yet, man. All right. So
can I just add one thing to that?
Yeah.
Just why do you have to be a fan of one or the other? Why can't you be a fan of both? You know what I mean?
Are you talking about comic and manga?
Yeah. Why can't you like
for sure? 100%. And I think it's just like I said, I think the people that are making that are
Kombat and Street Fighter. Some things just aren't allowed.
I mean, like
so and I'll tell you. Yeah.
Why can't you like them both?
No, that's a trick question.
Everyone knows Coke is the best.
100%. Pepsi is a knockoff.
Hey, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Yeah, I think he was talking about specking. Nice house on the lakes. Some people are, some people aren't. I wouldn't have changed a thing other than, well, there's a few things. I don't want to get into it because that's a long rant, but I've never been more emotional during a movie.
You don't have an intro for your new part of the Babble-on?
I was working on it
all that time today, and you couldn't get it done.
No. I had a whole design set up, but I actually took Ellie to a couple of bookstores today. Took her to the comic shop, and I came home because Sky was looking for some clothes and stuff. So I was like, I'll take Ellie with me, and I just never got around to it. And then I sat here trying to record a video because I finally had some spare time and just sat and stared.
I'll let you guys talk about that while I
hold on.
This can of Wiener sausages here.
Oh Lord,
these are two for 89 cents a piece. That's right, baby.
Oh, my stomach just got queasy thinking about that.
Oh man, they're yummy,
dude. Dustin, you remember the time we went to ride four-wheelers at man, it's been literally almost 10 years ago now. It was back in 2012, 2013. You, me, Dustin, or Tyler, all of us were.
Oh no, that hasn't been 10 years ago. No,
yes,
we went
dude.
It was like 20.
I was working for Blue. I don't know, man, because I was working for Blue Stream back there, and I haven't been there in almost
2012. Nah, it was like 2015 at the very latest. But yeah, when we went up to I can't remember the name of the place, but yeah.
Because we used to all ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes and stuff like that. We used to be in much better shape, believe it or not. Speaking of which, did you see that football picture of me, Justin?
No.
Oh, no. I'm gonna have to upload it and show off the chat now. Let me send it to myself.
I used to hate that picture so bad too.
But now I look so much like, because I thought it looked silly, but now I'm like, man, I was kind of swole. I'm not really swole, but I definitely look better there than I do now. Where was it going? Oh, but Vienna sausages. We spent Durhamtown. We spent so much money at Durhamtown to go that I ended up living off of Vienna sausages and peanut butter tortilla wraps for like a week and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna upload it so everybody can see. See how good I look.
He was so mad about that picture when I took it.
Yeah, I looked like I was a college football
He said,
player.
man, I wouldn't feed those to my dog. It's funny. I opened these up. My wife said, are you eating cat food? I said, no. Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausages.
5-year-old didn't even like them. I was like, I don't know.
All right, so are you going to stay on and at least talk a little bit about it?
He said the blue and yellow chicken from Vegas Vacation. I love Chris.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm going to mute for a second and pop these and drain the juice.
All right, so James, I don't know what comments you deleted, but
I saw it. I laughed pretty hard.
Justin, go ahead. So guys, this new segment we're about to do, it's going to be quick. All right, do not leave because we're going to get right back into the top 10 afterwards. Dustin, that's disgusting. So with that being said, don't leave. right? This might interest you a little bit. We're just waiting on Justin to come back. Or the jam when dude, hot sauce and crackers. Hot sauce. You got to have the regular crackers though. So I'm gonna send this to myself, this picture, and upload it. There's like, what's up, Brian Clark? Hope you're doing well, boss. Always dropping in. All right. Don't leave, Whack Comics. I feel like you just have to say it twice. You can't just say
these are almost as good as potted meat, man.
Okay. Dustin. No. All right, Justin. So since you're the one that came up with the segment title, you have to like sing a jingle to start it. I feel like that's fair.
No. Oh.
All right, ready? I'll do it again.
At least I got
manga review.
It's the manga minute, man.
I got armor. Whoa, so Brian Clark with a $10 super sticker.
Whoa. Oh, man. By the way.
On the wheel. 5 spots on
By the way, guys, I have a thing I'm going to start playing. I'm going to try to find the clip of it. Every time we get a super chat, it's going to be the clip popping up.
It's Georgia. I'm out here. It's Georgia, man. I don't do that Alabama stuff. That's Nick.
Look, the clip I'm going to start playing when Super Chat happens is going to be the clip of Dustin smacking himself in the face so fast you can't see it.
Sauce, bro.
It's just every time somebody Super Chats, you're just going to be like,
mustard sauce.
Right. So that was the picture Dustin was showing. This is the most personal thing you're ever going to get from me. Stop it. Stop it right now. Brian, you're the man. We appreciate you, boss. Yeah, that's just 653 pictures shared between us. So this was Dustin. How old? I would have been, man, not even 21.
That was probably closer to 2012 because I lived in apartments in 2012.
You know what? This probably was 2012 because this was after I was down in University of Central Florida after that football. So right after this is whenever I started benching over 300 pounds that time when you and I both got pretty swole. But that was back in the day, man.
It's not my 385, almost 400, but
yeah, well, we ain't talking about why or what that was from.
I wasn't juicing when I was working out with him.
But I will tell you, so Justin, was it you, Justin, that was like, Justin was like, I didn't know you played football, or I never would have expected that, right?
That was not me.
Which is so weird to me because I feel like, I don't know. I guess it was just such a big part of me for so long. Like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't expect somebody to be like, oh.
It's weird to think about now, like, because you're so different now. Like, even for me, like, I'm like, man, it's crazy to think, like, how big
I picture. Yeah. Man, now I haven't watched the game in the last 3 years. I picture when I see Andy, I feel like that's how I used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like 100%. Yes. And sometimes I'm like, even his Facebook stuff, I'm like, man, something was wrong with me. Yeah, I know. He's a lot like me. What's up, Kenny? Kenny's the man.
What's up, brother? Just out here eating some potted meat sticks.
Oh my gosh. Look, next time Dustin comes into town, I'll make sure we get a whole bunch of it. And I hope Josh.
Oh, I love beanie weenies. You gotta get the barbecue ones. Oh my God.
Ooh. I hope Josh doesn't like it. But Josh lived in the UK for a while, so he probably eats some weird stuff like blood sausage and stuff. Or black pudding. Yeah. I feel like he'd be into that. Pudding. Literally it's blood sausage. Yeah, it's weird. But anyways, so Justin, the manga minute. You guys don't leave. Stay. It's going to be quick, but you guys may be really into this.
That is exactly right, Chris. That's exactly right, Nick. You don't even worry about what I did in my life.
See, this is where I wish we had that other platform. We were on that because I could make Justin and I bigger and you smaller. We should try switching back over to that with just a few of us yelling it, and we can stream in 1080. But anyways, go ahead, Justin. So this is your segment.
Oh, it is. Run it. Crap, I didn't realize that. Oh, I'll think of something. Anyway,
go first.
I'm prepared for this. If you couldn't tell, so yesterday I was at my local Books A Million, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy 4 #1 volumes, and just see if I like them or not. Right. So the 4 that I picked up yesterday, I don't think this really counts, but I got Dragon Ball Super Volume 1, Gangsta Volume 1. That is the name of the book. Tokyo Ghoul #1. I've never read this, and I got Hell's Paradise Volume 1. So obviously 2 of the 4 that I got are classic manga titles.
Yep.
Why I picked them with Dragon Ball Super and Tokyo Ghoul. This was just a total cover buy. I mean, I like the way the colors on that looked.
Yeah.
And this one, I just like the idea of people shooting each other. So that's where this one came from.
Right. So how has the reading gone on them? Have you read them all yet or no?
No, the only one that I've read fully is this one, and I really liked it enough that I'm desperately trying to find Volume 2, even though it's sold out everywhere.
Okay.
It's cool. There's not a lot of supernatural to it. It's basically just 2 guys who are kind of hitmen. And
that's what's so cool about the manga is it's a lot of slice of life stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like when I say manga, keep in mind, guys, like literally it's just it's basically just comic books, right? It's when you think of manga, it's not all this weird stuff that you sometimes hear about. It's a lot of slice of life, everyday life. And Justin, you made an excellent point about why I love it so much is you know where to pick up, where to start, and you can follow the whole story.
Yep. I mean, you walk in, you know exactly where book 1 is, and you know to go from there.
Which one, James? And another thing is, so in Tokyo Ghoul, I've actually watched the anime. My little sister got me into it. It's pretty good. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I definitely want to read first before I watch anything.
And see, I'm the reverse. I like to watch it so that when I'm reading it, I have voices in my head. Like with Assassinations Classroom, you're like, read it. And I'm about 30 chapters into it now, I think. But every time I read it, the teacher, I have that stupid voice in my head. But it makes the book for me. You know what I mean? Dragon Ball Super was great. Absolutely loved it. I read through it so fast, but I love being able to read in their voices. Do you do that too or no?
I do if it's a show that I've watched before. Yeah. So what I was trying to do with My Hero was read the chapter and then watch the episode or 2 that with the chapter. But I don't have time for that now. So now it's just a pure like read through.
Yeah. So you and I talked a little about My Hero. So if you're not familiar with that, that's a huge one. Probably, I want to say outside of Attack on Titan, the most popular one. And I believe it was like 2 or 3 on the best-selling list for graphic novels. But we talked about that, and I really do enjoy it. But you said that the main character is pretty whiny, which he kind of is.
Yeah,
I get that. I think he gets better as it goes along, though.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he loses a lot of those. He's not as self-conscious about himself.
Yeah, so I'm 46 chapters in, and he's just now getting to that point. But in the show, it's much, much better. Yeah, Bearded, Greg, this is our hashtag manga minute. So we have just a little bit quirks. That's right, man. So, and if you're a comic book fan, I definitely encourage you to try to pick up some of these things. Berserk's a great place to start. Justin, what else would you recommend?
So these are some of the things that I'm reading, like that I've read this week that I've really enjoyed. Chainsaw Man, I recommend this.
That one has huge, really good reviews.
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's so much fun.
Okay.
I'm Spy X Family. It's growing on me, but my favorite one so far that I'm reading is Zom 100. And basically, it's the story of a guy who works at a grueling 9-to-5 office job where they just take advantage of him, and all he does is work. He is a workaholic. And a zombie apocalypse happens, and while everybody is freaking out about potentially being killed and eaten by zombies, this dude is just excited that he doesn't have to go to work. So he comes up with a bucket list that he's going to try and accomplish before he knows he gets eaten by zombies.
But see how crazy, like you wouldn't get that kind of stuff in Western comic books, but it's really cool, like to get those kind of stories. And again, you know exactly where to start. You know where it's going to end. And if you get current, literally these things are coming out on a weekly basis most of the times. Like, I'm caught up on Dr. Stone, one of my favorite ones ever, and there's nothing weird about it. There's no superpowers. There's none of that. It's just literally they were what do they call them? What was it they happened to them? Basically, they were turned to stone, but go ahead.
Let's see. There's just some of the ones that need to be opened. I got way more off screen. And
you should have seen what it would look like last year when it was full of all of his other collectibles. You're reworking it, right?
Yes, yeah. Everything behind me is going to be 1/6 scale stuff. So you can see. Let me get my hand here. Those are 1/6 scale Mondo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right there.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. But yeah, so with the manga comic books, I mean, basically that's all they are, comic books. And Justin, you weren't here whenever we were talking about it, but I pulled this bad boy down and I was like, Dustin, if you're good with this kind of artwork style, the original TMNT, this is basically all manga looks like. I mean, if we held these up side by side, you really could not differentiate between the two, right? Between the art style. It all looks very, very similar. And I actually been reading all of my stuff through there's an app called Shonen Jump, which most of these are through. It's $1.99 a month. Shout out to James for that. And like I said, I'm 45 issues in on My Hero, 30 plus on Assassination Classroom, all of Dr. Stone, all of Dragon Ball Super. I actually started Yu-Gi-Oh, believe it or not. Did you ever?
I gotta draw the line somewhere. I gotta draw the line somewhere. I'm just kidding.
Dustin, you're muted.
No, I'm not.
You were whenever you first started talking.
I think you guys should start another channel called Manga Men.
Like Comic Book Man?
Well, I guess the thing is, I don't quite understand why there's such a
separation,
such a hard line in the sand, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm old enough to remember getting picked on in school for liking comics and this type of stuff.
Who did that to you? You get me addresses, pictures, and phone numbers. I'm telling you, it is stoner bashing time.
So I guess
and I will end them.
Oh wait, to be fair, we don't know many people who only like manga. They probably think the same way about comics, you know.
Rufio was
very true. No, Yu-Gi-Oh was better. And James, I think, mentioned I didn't see anything on our Instagram, so maybe he mentioned or messaged you, Justin.
No,
he was talking about.
It's on there.
Did he? I swear to, I don't get these sometimes. Okay, he sent a. There, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Oh, I definitely need 2.
I've been to 3 different stores looking for them for him down here.
I'm looking for Spy X Family Volume 2 and Gangsta Volume 2.
Yeah,
I can't find them anywhere.
Definitely, Berserk is a great place to start. However, I will say it is literally graphic. Manga is comics, dollar for dollar. And manga is selling and cheaper and more affordable. But it does oversell time and time again. I definitely think.
I mean,
that's awesome.
$10, $12.
Yeah, or $1.99, and you have access to all of them. I mean, you cannot beat that. Heck, Marvel Unlimited DC Universe, it's $10 for one, and I think 12 for the other, or 8 for one, 11 for the other, something like that. And DC doesn't even have their entire backlog on it. I couldn't even find Superman 199, Dustin. I had to find scans of the book to use for our video. But anyway, so without dragging on too long, I guess, but definitely, you're right, Justin. There is this weird line, and it kind of maybe shouldn't be, right? We'll get Dustin to read Pokemon, and then he's like, dude, this is awesome.
So the thing that I kind of want to put out there just for people to think about is there's a lot of crossover between people who love to read comics and people who love pro wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And why is that crossover there? Because they're a fan of the storytelling, right?
Yeah.
You're a fan of the stories, and there's a lot of crossover there, is what I'm trying to say, between the fan bases, right?
Yep.
So why is it unthinkable to think that there's a lot of crossover between people who enjoy reading comics and people who enjoy reading manga, because we're all in it for the same thing, and that's the stories. We're in it for the storytelling.
Yep. And I think that definitely is what draws me into it. And one thing I will say is, we say reading, but these are truly graphic novels, right? A lot of the times you'll be reading and there's not much in terms of, at least some of these I've read, not much in terms of text. It's literally it's almost like a television show or a movie. Like, it's such an emphasis on the art and what's happening, where you can read some of these faster and you're not, but it is, it's very interesting. And I encourage you to maybe try one, go to your Second Charles, pick one up out of the back issue bin. And it's not this weird stuff that a lot of people kind of like, I guess you think of, right? So whenever you think of manga. So, but anything else you want to add, or anything else you've been reading?
I've been reading a lot of Assassination Classroom.
Yeah, that's been very interesting. Like, for example, this one is about a squid that basically is going to kill the Earth, but he's not really a squid.
He's going to destroy the Earth.
He's already destroyed the moon, but he's teaching a room full of low-performing kids, and their job is to kill him. Like, that sounds so strange, but that's what it is.
But it works.
Yeah. And one thing that is really cool in manga versus some of the comic book stuff, in comic books, the hero, he never just immediately gets the win or gets all the power or anything like that. It's always a work towards it, right? It's always, what's going to happen, but there's a lot of effort to get there. Whereas some of these people, like Superman shows up, he's Superman, right? And that's a really terrible example, I guess. But you get to see that journey. And I think that's what's cool to me. Even with like the lead character of My Hero, he's given the greatest power in the world given to him, but he has to work to be able to use it, or else it will literally destroy him. And that's just such a cool concept. So,
yeah, and I really like the slice of life stuff too. One of the ones I'm reading is called Blue Giant. It's just about a guy who's like, one day he wakes up, he hears jazz music for the first time, and he's like, I want to be the greatest jazz saxophone player of all time. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm on board for that. Let's go.
Yeah, right. And it's very, very cool. So, yeah, I haven't read it all the way to the end, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to it because I'm totally attached to that stupid squid. I thought he was going to die in one of the episodes. I'm like, oh, you better not. Even though he's the bad guy. How awesome is that? They take the bad guy of the story. Going to be the bad guy. Has to be, because he's threatening to kill everyone. But he has turned out to be your favorite person. I love that.
I wish I went to Big Fun today. Dang it.
What is that?
It's a giant toy store in Columbus.
Oh, yeah. We are going to create 2 more channels, though. Comic book shorts and comic book reviews. Just really, once we get the logos finalized, we're going to create them and start pushing some content through there. So, yeah, that's right. All right. And a lot of violence. That is right. A lot of violence, Dan. So, anyways, anything else to add before we move on to the top 10? We're doing really good on time. Any toys?
I'm trying to make a purchase right now.
What are you trying to buy?
But I don't have an Amazon account, so
you better call the wife. The wife has an Amazon account.
I don't know if she does or not.
Shout out to Comics Pro Line, some of the best bags and boards in the business, if not the best.
I'm thinking
all of these guys.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Nick should order Dustin's first manga right now live, since he wants me to read one so bad.
What is it?
Pokemon Adventures Volume 1 on Amazon. It's $16, which is cheaper than that Dragon Ball Z one I bought you, but
yeah, actually, I don't think you should read the first volume of Dragon Ball Z. There's some stuff in there I didn't realize.
No. Actually, just order this.
The original Dragon Ball wasn't so great.
Order me this Pokemon Adventures. I'll send you the money right now.
Okay.
Just make sure it ships to my house, not yours.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that. Dustin, Nick, pick up. See, that's a lot of commitment, but we'll figure something out. We will.
So I picked up.
Everybody's sold out, man. Are they really?
We picked up Last Ronin, and we picked up Something's Killing the Children, and we picked up Black Panther.
Blue Flame,
and that was
Star Wars, Alien. See, a lot of this stuff I'm waiting to read in one big batch, and that's one thing. Again, not to keep killing a dead horse, but like I can sit down and read an entire volume of something, and I feel like I've gotten so much.
The only reason why I say that, is because I collect the comic books from the Pokemon, and I have actually have number ones from that run. So I've been interested in reading it, but I mean, I don't know, like they're not worth anything, but they're such pristine condition. Like I don't want to damage them reading them because I just they look so good. I want to keep them really nice.
I tell you what, I will. If you have an iPad or something, I will pay you. I'll pay for your first month subscription to the Shonen Jump app. It's $1.99. Actually, I think it's free for the first month or first 7 days.
Hey,
but seriously, try it. Seriously, don't do it. Come back. I'm telling you, just give it a try. And Kaylisa, she actually doesn't read comics at all, but she does read manga. I didn't know that, but that's what she reads.
Yeah, I knew that she didn't read comics. Yeah.
Which again, like we use the term differently, but they really are ultimately comic books. But anyways, some of them can because there's been a bit of an issue right now with COVID and print runs. But they do constantly print. Like they're not really gonna jump away or anything. I'm not sending you an iPad. I tell you that much. I'll tell you what. Let me figure something out. I'll see if I can find something. What do you read? Do you like Dragon Ball?
We should mutually, Nick. You and I should figure out what book to send him. And
oh man,
he's a Batman fan. Find something close to Batman.
Oh, I got an idea.
Make something weird.
I got something. I got an idea.
And you can read the first stuff for free. That is right. All right. So Justin.
So no new toys this week. Next Saturday. Oh, I won't be here next Saturday. The next time you see me, I should have 2 new hot toys.
Oh, hey, did you see Testa did a review on the Far From Home Spider-Man hot toy? And that was awesome.
Which one? The upgraded suit or?
I think it was the newest one.
Okay, because I got that one right there.
Yeah.
That I need to open. It's the Night Monkey suit.
Yeah.
So eventually, at some point, I'm going to open that.
Oh, and Josh got it in a new. I think it's PVC statue, of the '90s punk Spider-Man. My little girl pulled it off the shelf today.
Spider-Punk, who is
Spider-Punk. Yeah, right. I told him. I said, Justin would love that. Where is Josh? Are you getting the Grogu hot toy?
I'm not. I don't know how it would fit into my display. I
mean, it is 3 foot tall, right?
I mean, it's life size, so it's going to be.
What's up, M. Fuller?
Not that tall.
Now, my wife, I tried to get her to let me buy it when it was first on pre-order, but after seeing that basically it was just the head and some cloth and the body was just like, no way would I have been happy spending 300 and some change on it.
Yeah.
I'm happier with my bobblehead I got back here. You know what I mean? Now, at Josh's, he has a bunch of the Grogus, and my little girl just ran around the shop going, that's a big Gogu, you know, because she calls it Gogu. But she actually has all the ones from Disney, and it's weird. Those things are weird. But yeah, I honestly, I don't think it's worth the money. I really don't. Not the life size one.
I don't think it would fit.
No.
And I don't know. I mean, The Mandalorian is probably right now my second favorite show behind Ted Lasso. If they did hot toy Ted Lasso, like I'm in. Barbecue sauce, you know. I don't know where I would fit it, and I don't know how it would work into my collection.
I'm pretty sure Ellie, I showed her the cardboard one. There's a cardboard stand-up Grogu at Josh's. He has a couple, and I'm pretty sure she tried to bite its ear. So I ended up having to buy a couple of books because they all ended up in her mouth today. She's only 2, so, but yeah. Josh made a killing on me. That would be crazy. You can buy a full-size, life-size, some of those. Like, they're a couple grand, but that would be cool. Dustin, anything for the toy segment? No toys for you?
No, but if anybody wants to buy a bunch of the Power Rangers toys, I have a ton of them that I'm maybe considering selling.
Well, just remember, I'm the Haven Comics honorary Dundee Award winner for the best all-around person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget. All right. Well, guys, if there's nothing else, any new pre-orders coming out, Justin, we should be aware of?
Trying to think. I might be too late, but I think the Tien Shinhan figure art pre-order may have closed.
You know what? Once I get moved, I may try to go back and buy some of the Dragon Ball toys, the SH figure arts.
You should.
I have a couple, but I think that would be a line I would like to complete. I don't know what it is about that series, but that's something I truly love.
And it's one of those things that I don't think the hype dies down on, right? Like
Yeah.
you bought the figure arts Thanos, and once you got it, it took a year after you ordered it to get it, and I feel like the hype from Infinity
I was like, why did I spend that kind of? Actually, I would sell it if it was somebody would buy it, you know.
So
but Dragon Ball, no, it's not going to hype die.
Yeah, that's why I don't mind pre-ordering those and then it taking like 8 months to show up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like Jar Jar Binks, I totally would have been. The hype's not going to die on that one, so I wish I would have pre-ordered that one though.
Why do you insist on hurting me?
For your birthday this year, we're having a Jar Jar Binks party. I'm getting the total ears and everything.
Listen, if
Good
we're
Lord, Ryan, what are you talking about? What do y'all got Ryan in here talking about?
I have no clue.
I know what he's talking about. If we're all going to Lexington, one of you two better show up dressed up as Jar Jar Binks. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
we're gonna be some fat Jar Jars.
Hey, do you have Instagram, Jose? Is there any way you could send me a link to that website on Instagram, please? That would be freaking awesome.
All right, cool. Well, if there's nothing, I misspelled the crap out of that. Let me delete these.
You suck,
I can't misspell anything. I about put myself in timeout.
Totally right now. Like I just scrolled eBay for like all of the Pokemon manga comics that I'm missing, which is a bunch. I've only got a few, but I'd love to have all.
Enjoy it. Take it easy, absolutely. Alan. No, Nick doesn't rap. I had a hard time watching the rap battle the other night between those two guys, and
but after I made you watch it, it was enjoyable. It was very, very good.
It was very interesting to say the least.
We are proud of the best part of Two Brothers Comics for representing. The 9.2 crew was out there in full effect.
That is true. All right, well, I guess we're ready then. All right, Justin, tell us the rules. What are the rules?
We didn't have
I think we should actually do the top 9. Oh no, I did get a 10th one, so I'm good. Never mind.
We do have the only rules were it wasn't first cover appearance of a character. It was a comic book featuring a first appearance of a character, and we're voting for the top 10 worst covers in that category. So I know it can be a little bit. Thank you. Appreciate that, man, because I'm a big Sonic fan. So is my kid. I'd love to have that Sonic #1, but that Joker's so expensive. It's like
what's up, Beans? Hey, tell your dad we missing him in the comments, man. I've only seen him a little bit tonight.
He was here earlier.
I know, just a little bit.
Appreciate that, Mr. Tootsies.
Dustin, did you like the movie?
I loved it. I loved it.
It was really good, wasn't it?
It was really, really good. I don't understand why there hasn't been talks about the second one yet. Like, it's got to be coming.
Oh,
what movie?
Sonic.
Oh, it was really, yeah, there has been talks. It was revealed that Knuckles is officially going to team up with Egghead or whatever his name is, and he's going to be in the next one.
Yep.
I love the fact that Sonic is voiced by Treat Yourself guy.
John Ralphio.
Yeah. I hated him at first, but I freaking would watch anything that man does.
Come on, like his sister.
Oh, I hated them at first. I hated them so much. God, the only thing more annoying than them two was probably the guy that started off as the intern on The Office and then ended up being the big boss at one point. Anyways, he was actually one of the writers, but yeah.
Oh,
they just wrapped it. Yeah, Ryan. So Not this Ryan. Money, please.
Money, please.
What up, whacking Tyler whacking. Anywho's, all right. So top 10. So it has to be a first appearance. Now, did we say cameo or not? Just first appearance.
We didn't say, so I guess you could count it, but it's good.
According to Dustin, cameos are first appearances, so I don't care the way. And then it's just the top 10 worst covers. And guys, this was difficult. I think we were all up until 5 seconds before we started still looking, right? I mean, if you Google top 10 worst comic books, nothing, or for first appearances, nothing's going to come up. We all spent time on eBay, first appearance lists, just scrolling. I spent like 2 hours looking. So any honorable mentions? I don't think so tonight, but I figured I'd throw it out there.
No.
All right. Justin, would you like to go first? And then what I'll do is I'll share my screen.
I'd like to make an announcement. I actually just purchased the full box set of Pokemon Adventures.
How much was that?
$35. It was $16.97 for volume 1.
See, dude, you cannot beat the price for it. You can't beat the price for it. I'm so proud of you.
This messaged me and said, "You guys are just now on the top picks. You're going to be up forever." I'm like, "Look,
we're only 2.5 into it."
I told her, I said, we're doing good. We're doing good on time, but she's still watching Grey's Anatomy, bro. So she's still up. But you know,
yes, yep. He was.
Can't help it, my lady.
He was a writer. Yeah,
she needs me to come to bed, so I'm out later.
All right, so top 10 list. He did promise his wife a baby, so
yeah, sometime next year. All right, so
Justin's
top 10. This was actually much harder than I thought it was going to be.
I already went through this whole thing, the whole spill about.
No, I was just saying, like, even for me, like, it was like way harder than I thought, and I came up with this idea. So even though we're not doing the Babble-on next Saturday, we'll say the following Saturday, let's do top 10 first appearance covers.
Okay.
And that's not first cover appearances, but first appearance covers. So,
and you guys in the chat. So what we actually, Dustin started this last week. Send us a message on Instagram with some of your examples. And then while we're talking and stuff, we'll show them up and talk about them. So definitely feel free to drop them in the chat or pull them, send us to them on, send us to them on Instagram.
I did not know that, Ryan. Thank you.
You have been so behind. We talked about that too.
I was on the Pokemon manga. Y'all started me on this shit.
He's buying some manga.
Hey, on the stuff.
Sorry.
It's not midnight.
Before we begin, can I just say I'm actually really looking forward to this list, as hard as it was.
This might be a good one.
Yeah.
The chat is going to be very upset with me on a few of these, but they're going to be more upset with Justin, I think. I don't know.
They might be upset with some of mine because I went savage on some of these.
I mean,
hey, have a good night, man.
All right, I'm gonna send.
I love that the Batman shirt you got on there, Kyle.
All right, Nick, I'm gonna.
Oh, dude, he's got the hat too. That's cool. Just if you wanted to, just say it out loud, and I'll type it in as you're saying it.
This one's gonna. I want this one to shock everybody, so have it pulled up before you show it.
Okay.
You want me to go first then?
No,
that doesn't shock me. I almost picked this one, and I think it's not going to be a shocker to most people.
Hey, Nathan Martinez, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, appreciate that. Kyle, hope you have a good night, brother. So that gets you. What is that? Is that 2 entries or 1 entry? Yeah, you're going on the wheel. You're going on the wheel for the super chat mystery box. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So my number 10 for worst first appearance covers is. Yeah, I went there. New Mutants 98. So if you'll pull the cover up, because I'll kind of go. We like to try to give some explanation on some of these.
Oh, it keeps pulling up like a whole new tab.
Go down.
And it doesn't show it.
So here's my thing.
There we go. There's a little bigger.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Like, this cover is so busy. I feel like that Deadpool gets really lost in the busyness of this cover. And his anatomy is so strange for some reason to me. Like if you look at the top half of his body compared to the bottom half of his body, what human can scratch their knees without bending over? I mean,
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. That's exactly what I was going to say. Outside of Brock Lesnar,
the dude has some long
anatomy
arms.
is off so bad, but literally he gets like completely lost in the cover. The first time I saw this cover, I didn't even realize he was on it. So I've just always thought that cover was kind of like, I understand, like it's an awesome book, but for the cover itself, I think Deadpool #1 from his ongoing series was much better than this cover.
Yep. Okay.
And I put it at #10, so like it's not like the worst.
I can't say I entirely disagree with you.
All I'm going to say, and I'm not going to like be like, you're wrong, that's stupid, you're just being stupid. Like, at least he's on the cover. That's my only defense. At least he's on the cover.
All right. So mine, I'll pull it up. And
Austin.
Do you want me? I'll send you my list so you can have it.
That's what works. All right. So mine, I think may shock some people, but mine is because he looks super like just, again, it's anatomy and he looks very fat. Amazing Spider-Man 15. So if you look at this, it's the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. You have this really super fat, awkward, midget-looking Spider-Man inside this awful-looking rope.
You
and
picked
then
15, first appearance of Kraven the Hunter?
Yeah. Dude, this cover looks awful. Yeah. And you know, and if you look at some of the early ASMs, the anatomy and the scale, and the way, like, there was a couple of these early ASMs where Spider-Man just looks like a kind of a fat short guy.
Oh my gosh, I just sent my wife the wrong GIF.
That's awkward.
You know how like it'll show like GIFs you sent earlier? I sent Ryan a GIF earlier of from Fast and the Furious when Paul, what's his name, was flipping the guy off in the car. How do you like that? And I sent that to my wife after she sent me confirmation that she ordered my mangas. I was like, oops, sorry, wrong one.
Good Lord. Hey, it is busy. I think he was talking about yours, but again, shout out to Nathan, another entry into the giveaway at the end of the night. Now, low-hanging fruit. Well, speaking of X-Men's and stuff like that, should we, Justin, talk about yours?
Sure. My number 10, you guys shouldn't be surprised. If you've watched any of our previous top 10 videos, any chance I get, I'm putting Wolverine at number 10. For me, X-Men 221, the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Just so you guys know, all of my picks are characters who don't even appear on the cover.
I almost put that on the list, man.
What's that?
I like it,
almost
personally.
Put that on the list so many times. I almost put it on there. Honestly, I didn't do it because I didn't want you to rip me to shreds. But
no, I mean, like, he's not on the cover. Like,
Panda, what's up, bro?
He's not on the cover.
Yep, that is true. It's funny that he mentioned it before he said, I knew I loved y'all. So there we go. All right, so X-Men 221 at number 10 for Dustin. For Justin. Dustin, what is your number 9?
All right, so my number 9. It's going to be another one's going to make a lot of people mad. Transformers issue number 1.
Okay.
That one. Oh.
That is a great. I love that one.
I
need that comic back.
I think as far as the comic book covers and that series goes, that is one of the weakest ones overall. Look at that cover. It looks fuzzy, and even in like a near mint copy, it looks faded. The colors seem to look faded.
Yeah.
I don't like how Optimus Prime looks at all. You have these you know, the humans and the
well,
like.
Keep in mind it was thrown together pretty quick. Like if you hear the history of this, the comic and stuff, it was done very quick.
Why do we need human faces on a cover about Transformers? Like why?
I'm sure those are characters in the book.
Yeah, but like it's about the Transformers. Focus on that. And I don't know. For me, this one missed the mark because when you look at the other covers, and you can scroll down and see some of them right there. When you look at the other Transformers covers, there are some really, really awesome Transformers covers showing the battles that go on between them. And to me, this one was the weakest one in the run for me. So I love the book. It's a great book. It's an important book. It's a big book. But for me, the cover is kind of weak. I don't like the way that Optimus Prime, if you look at Optimus Prime there's no way that he looks like he could transform into a truck. Like I feel like the artist completely missed the mark on drawing that character too. So that's just me. Issue 3 is good. Issue 3 That's the one with Spider-Man on it, right? Black suit Spider-Man, I believe. I have that one. If you scroll down a little bit, Nick, I think it's actually right there.
Yeah, right there.
That's actually something I did not know.
Yeah. So see, I mean, some of these other covers are really good, and I don't know. Look,
definitely different art style.
My favorite one is that issue number 5. The we are all Transformers are all dead. See, that's an awesome Transformers cover. He looks like something that you can see the anatomy of the character being able to transform, and I think that it was totally missed on that issue number 1.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let me make sure.
I said some of these were gonna be some jaw droppers that I got here. I don't know.
That one personally hurts me.
Here's my number 9.
Whoa!
Oh, dang it. I hate this stupid thing. Now, whilst it is a classic cover, I must say, for it being the first appearance of Iron Man, I'm not a fan of whenever these older covers where they have these weird, and I have a couple of these, but like these weird boxy kind of things, or almost like where they look like ads on the comic covers. No, like yeah, they're panels, but they look like they're ads, and I'll talk about one later on. But yeah, this one.
And the one thing I hate about this cover is that mint green. I don't know why, but I
like the green.
I don't like that color. And like, just because we say, just like guys, like obviously some of these, they're obviously going to be, there's probably 100 covers worse than the 10 we're mentioning on our list, but we want to pick noticeable covers. And just because it makes the list doesn't mean that we don't love the book or respect the book or think it's
anybody wants to send this my way.
It doesn't make it, and it doesn't mean this isn't an iconic cover, but an iconic cover can still be bad. That Captain America Liefeld cover I've seen talked about in the chat already is an iconic cover, but it is 100% dog booty. All right.
Or just doesn't stand up to similar covers of the time.
Right. Iconic does not mean great, and it doesn't mean we shouldn't respect it, but we got to put something on here.
This is where I'm at in my life, drinking LaCroix apricot.
Spoiler alert. We might be talking about this one again later.
Yeah. All right. So, Justin, are you ready for yours?
Yes. My number 9 is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, 134, the first appearance of Darkseid, and he's not even there.
That is a really terrible cover for that, actually. Although, I wish we could, like, But
the artwork on the cover isn't bad. Like, Kirby did a good job on the artwork.
Stop defending your friend.
My list was based off of important warrant cover.
Yeah.
Of their first appearance.
And that's kind of why I was like trying to basically like open you up to be able to give your, because I knew that.
Yes, I think we might see that on a few people's list.
Probably on everybody's list at some point.
All right, Justin. Oh, so we're on number 8. So Dustin, go with yours.
All right. This is another one a lot of people are going to be upset about. Tech 38. Ryan was extremely triggered by the fact that I put Tech 38 on here.
I cannot put a single Detective Comics cover on a bad. I just can't. There's something in my soul that can't. I can't do it.
My thing is, I don't know what it is about Robin here that just is creepy looking, and the fact that they put all the text over his cape. What is he jumping out of? I don't know. To me, this is
jump into that. Remember that episode of The Office where after Dunder Mifflin buys the Michael Scott paper company?
Michael Scott.
Yeah. So I understand what you're saying, Dustin, about it being creepy, but if you really boil down the concept of Robin, a young adolescent kid,
oh yeah, for sure,
being trained by a billionaire to go fight crime.
I was
like,
looking
the whole
at
concept is kind of creepy.
covers, and this popped up, and I was like, I don't know. That's kind of like, I don't know. I don't really like the way Batman looks on there as much either. But
yeah, his anatomy, like the way they draw him early on, is weird.
Yeah. So,
but again, I can't.
I understand with the times. Like it's there's no comparison. Like in the times is also another big deal too. I know. Like you guys are making me feel so bad about putting this on here, and I knew it was going to happen, but I was running out of options, guys, and this was one I just kept seeing pop up, and I was like, all right, I'm putting it on here.
Yeah. Like I said, it's the greatest no, but like there's something in my soul that I cannot. So speaking of which, Detective Comics, I took Ellie to the shop today, and I was like, Josh, does Ellie get to pick out her first free comic book? And because it's his rule, new kids come in, they get to pick out the comic book. And I was like, because I really want.
Ryan says 1940. Look, man, you wore all black to a wedding, bro. Calm down. You're just an angry dude. But I definitely respect you committing, though. He definitely recommits to the comics and death metal part of his life. He wore all black to a wedding. I knew it, too. I knew he would.
I told Josh, I was like, let me have one of those Golden Age Batman books on your wall for Ellie. Beans, it's okay, man. To the better super chatters. You did win one. No, you did. Yeah, you did. He did. You have won one.
Retire a winner, bro.
I don't blame you.
Retire a winner.
You're not blamed. All right, so my turn, right? This is one. I actually think somebody in the chat mentioned it well earlier.
Wow.
The first appearance.
Our lists are going to be a lot closer than me and Justin initially thought they would.
I'm trying to find a good cover. Yeah, honestly, this is just some dookie. Like, I hate these type of covers. Just lots of word balloon, not a lot going on. Like, and I have some other ones that are very similar to this and the Addy type stuff. But yeah, just that. And who's missing?
Oh, you mean Doctor Strange?
The
guy anyways, I've got a like a prototype almost of Doctor Strange on my Tales of Suspense 4041. It wasn't the same Doctor Strange, but it was the first time a Doctor Strange hit a comic book. Just saying.
Oh, Justin, I like this next one you have. And honestly, if I'd have thought about this, there's a ton from this run we could have pulled.
Yep. So for my number 8,
James has said Beans gets one entry on the wheel tonight.
All right, go ahead, Justin.
So first appearance of Deathstroke, and he's hiding in a shadow behind a tree.
But I'll tell you what I like about this one is you see all these characters absolutely mutilated on the cover, and he's kind of like hiding in the shadows, but I did it. But at least he's there. Excuse me.
I guess
I couldn't put this one on the list. I couldn't put this one on the list because I did like how gruesome the cover looked with the damage he did. Like that's how you make a first appearance. You show up and you do exactly what it is that you were drawn, what you were created to do, and that's what the cover shows. So I don't know. I might have to fight you on that one a little bit.
I'm just thinking of how hard it was to find 10.
Oh, I know.
Justin's like, I can't defend myself. It was just that bad.
I wanted to put the first Nightwing on mine. Like,
sure.
I hate that cover. I think, again, it's so busy, you almost lose that he's even in there. Like he's on the cover, but that you would think that he would be more prominent than he was. So I don't know. But I dig it. I see. I understand. This was a hard one. I almost put Suicide Squad #1 on my list, but the more I looked at it, the more I was like, it's kind of cool looking, though.
Oh, Justin, we do have some stuff. I'm finally looking ahead of yours a little bit. We have one more that matches that I expected to get blasted over.
It's either one of the two. It's either one of the two.
Are we on 7 next?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, it's #1, not #2. My bad.
Okay. All right.
So this is my number 7, Daredevil 1.
This is one I almost put, but I didn't because I still like it. I don't like the stuff on the right, but I love the fact it's on the cover in this classic costume.
Well, my thing is like, what is he doing?
He's Daredevilin.
It's like, Tales of Suspense, but flipped.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot better Daredevil covers, even in this run, even in 1964, before Ryan jumps in here on me. I think in the 60s, the artwork was better than this. And I don't know. This, to me, if it wasn't Daredevil's first appearance, I don't think it would get as much love.
Absolutely not.
All right, Justin, I'll let you go ahead and go for yours. You go ahead and go next.
Mine is Daredevil #1.
Simple enough. All right, so this is my number 7, and this is the one where I thought I'm going to get blasted over, but maybe not.
Oh no, get out of here. That's a great cover.
No, it's not. Okay.
Clickbait.
You covered his face. Yeah, 100%.
It's clickbait.
The Pichelli.
Nick, you're going to talk about clickbait with the videos you make and the thumbnails you make, bro. I don't want to hear about that.
Look,
this is a great Clayton Crane cover, and it's not just because I would love to have this book back in my collection, and I hate that it's not anymore, and that I love Miles Morales. But
this is the better
Iron Man. If you look at Iron Man, if you look at Thor, if you look at Captain America, and it's doing exactly what it is. Who is this new Spider-Man?
Yeah, that could be Peter Parker.
No, it couldn't. Look at the design of the outfit.
Well, why couldn't that be Peter Parker? You don't see his face.
Yeah, because Peter Parker don't have a cool outfit like that.
Isn't that that is the Spider-Man costume that Ultimate Peter Parker wore, wasn't it?
The new Spider-Man, bro. They're saying who's the new Spider-Man?
Yeah, but
it's a young Peter.
But when
old Peter.
But when
nobody likes Peter, dude. Peter sucks.
It's when Miles started, didn't he start by wearing an exact copy of Spider-Man's costume?
He did, but still,
isn't that costume that on that cover? Isn't that the costume that's on that cover?
Yes, but we knew it wasn't Peter.
But it could be.
But it wasn't, and it's not.
But it could be. It could have been. You're talking in hindsight now.
So I wasn't reading comics when that come out. Did you think it was Peter?
Oh, I wasn't reading it.
Okay, well, see, it wasn't Peter. We all knew it wasn't Peter. Nobody thought it was Peter.
But it could have been.
Peter's not cool enough to be the new Spider-Man. That's the thing. You got to keep that in mind.
No, he's
not that cool.
He's vintage enough to be the old Spider-Man.
Right. And it's out with the old and in with the new. You know, Peter Parker does not have a chair that is this cool. I'm just saying. I disagree with that one, and I do not think that'll make the list. I refuse to allow that to make the list at any point.
You're going to be upset later. Spoiler alert.
Oh, you're going to be mad.
Y'all suck. I am that sucks that is there.
I mean, okay, so think about it this way. Well, no, I'll save it.
Now, I will tell you, I like the second print B cover a lot.
Yeah. All right, so that was my number 7. Dustin, go with your number 6.
I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but it is not working for me.
We'll just say it out loud and I'll type it in real quick.
Eternals #1.
I believe you're going to poop on Jack Kirby goodness.
I told you I had some Kirby's on here, man.
I don't see why you don't like that one. I actually think that one's really cool.
I don't know. For me, I like literally.
And I've owned this one.
That cover is the reason why I have not bought that. I've had the opportunity to buy that so many times over the past couple of years. And I just, like, even last year, I could have got it super cheap, you know. And as much as I love Kirby, I was just like, I don't like that cover at all.
I think that's one of my, I really do like that one on honest. Like, I'm not a big fan of the word balloons, but there's just something about this imagery right here that I do love.
And maybe it's because I haven't read anything. I don't know anything about the Eternals, but I don't know.
I think if you took the 3 characters out and the balloons and just left that statue there, then
maybe that would make a difference. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we talked about that on Como Comics. Amazing story, and
we
actually did a short
out about it. Yeah, that's some of the most. I talked to my wife about it, and like I was literally, as he was scrolling through that, like I was just getting so excited. That's some of the most amazing stuff I've ever seen in my life.
All right. Number 6. We're on 6.
Yep.
All right. So let me pull up Justin's here. Actually, it's my turn. All right, my turn. All right. DC Comics presents 26. Oh, dang it, stupid eBay links. I hate
Well, I'm
Google.
no longer allowed to type in the private chat. It will not let me. Everything else works. I like that one, and I'm not even a Green Lantern guy, but I like that one.
I hate the weird ads. I hate the stuff on the sides. Who is this? The first appearance of again? It's the Teen, not Teen Titans. Is it Cyborg in them?
The new Teen Titans.
Let me see. Who was it?
Is it? I know Michael. He has a friend or someone in his wife's family who died, and I think the guy's wife had some
New Teen
comics.
Titans,
He
yeah.
sent me this one and another one. Was like, "Are these anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, they are." It was the first appearance of He-Man and the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. I was like, "Yeah, those are some good books, bro." Like, if they're looking to get rid of some books, you need to give them my email, have them holler at me.
Yeah, it's Changeling, Vic Stone, Kid Flash, I think, Raven. Nope, not Kid Flash. And then Starfire. So yeah, it's the new Teen Titans. That's what it was. I thought that's what it was. I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but it's just not a good cover in my mind. I hate the word balloons like we talked about before. The left side super addy. The top is very addy. It's just like, and that's what's tough about some of these DC Comics presents. Like there's
that,
some cool
boom.
stuff.
I heard that.
But just some of the covers are just not great. But anyways,
9.6 and 9.8 Golden Age Captain Americas, bro, get out of town.
Justin, your number 6.
My number 6, we talked about it earlier. Tales of Suspense 39. Again, not a fan of the ads on the side. Like,
I can't believe y'all gonna do Jack Kirby like that. I think that's Kirby. I'm pretty sure it's Kirby.
I don't know. I don't dig it.
Click on one of those slabs. Is that Kirby? I can't remember.
If it does, it takes me to eBay, and I can't see it anyways.
I believe it is because he did 40 and 41, so it's got to be Kirby. Yeah. The thing that kept me from putting this on there.
Nope. This is I think it is Kirby artwork, but of the pencilers Don Heck and Steve Ditko and Gene Colan on the inside.
The thing about the panels on the side that are cool is because you're seeing like the building of the Iron Man suit, like, and
yeah, but I want to see that in the book, not on the cover.
Well, what do you want to see on the cover?
Just the middle there.
Okay.
Like literally like a neck, dude. That would be cool. The original negative space, just the Iron Man with the mint around him. That would have been cool.
For me, I don't like that this looks like an ad that you would see in a magazine.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is 39, 40, 41. Is that what this is? I can't really see.
Yeah. I got that 41, baby. Pick that up.
I
spent too much on it, but I got it.
I dig the 41, and I appreciate you spending too much on that because it got me a deal on some X-Men books.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, to me, 41 is the best cover out of those 3. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And like I said, it's got that first Doctor Strange that isn't our Doctor Strange, but it is a Doctor Strange and is the first, and I kind of look at like, Scarecrow changed from the Golden Age to the Silver Age. Yep. Same name, same kind of character design, but they have way different character there.
Yep. All right.
So I got the first appearance of Doctor Strange. I'm just saying. So we're on number 5.
Yeah.
Did you do your number 6?
Yeah, mine was DC Comics Presents.
Okay. My number 5, Strange Tales 110. We already talked about it. First appearance of the Doctor Strange. We don't need to show it again, but while we got a second, I do have a submission here from Mr. Sovic. He has got first appearance of Onslaught. He says 100% trash. X-Men 55. If it'll show.
If not, I can pull it up. Oh, yeah, that one is bad. So, Onslaught is such a weird character, too.
Onslaught is a bad dude, though. And then we have first appearance of Marvel Mangaverse. And he says it's also trash.
I'm going to have to look into the Mangaverse. Oh, yeah, that's weird, man. But that definitely is manga-ish looking.
I don't like all the like for me, like I don't like the super busy covers. So
yeah. All right. Your number 5 was Strange Tales 110. My number 5 was X Factor 6.
Oh, I don't understand how you don't like that cover.
It just honestly isn't that great. His face looks goofy. Like it's just this weird floating head. I just, as far as is it awful? Like the worst cover ever? No, but it's a pretty bad first appearance cover. I just feel like there's got to be something better they could have done.
Spoiler.
I don't know, man. I like the floating head covers.
I will tell you that X Factor 24 will make my list as best first appearances.
Archangel?
That's the Archangel with the cross.
Where he's flying straight at you.
Oh, I'm thinking the one with the circle with the.
That was just regular Angel.
Okay. That Archangel, it's a bad cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this one though. I like the old X-Men team there, and I like the explosion. The floating head is cool. Floating heads on comic covers is something that I've always thought was really cool. So I think that cover definitely does not deserve to be on the list when we do the initial listing. But
well, if you thought that one was bad, watch for this one. Y'all ready?
Hold on, it's not your turn.
No, I'm showing Justin's next one.
Oh,
that was mine. So
my next one is Amazing Spider-Man 300.
Oh my goodness!
Listen,
and he's a Spider-Man guy. All right, fellas.
So hear me out, right? It's the first appearance of Venom, but Venom doesn't show up on the cover, right? That's the thing for me. Venom is supposed to be this huge, big time villain or anti-hero, and he's not even on the cover.
Yep.
What's even worse is he wasn't on his first appearance in 299 either.
Also, let's point out the fact that when you break it down, when you really think about it, the actual art on this cover is probably only about half of it, because the rest is just filled up with the number 300.
Yeah. But the webs look cool.
100%.
All right, Dustin. I mean, I don't blame you.
Another list we should do is top 10 should have been first appearance covers, because ASM 316 would have been an awesome first appearance cover for Venom.
Oh, Nick, I'm sorry. I didn't get your number 5.
X Factor 6.
That's right.
What in tarnation? That's true. All right. Dustin, you're number 4.
ASM 15.
No way.
Did I have that one? Yeah.
You did.
So pull it up real quick. And I love Kraven the Hunter. I've said many times I'm not a Spider-Man guy, but I do love the villains. Kraven is my 100% favorite Spider-Man villain. But guys, look at this. I mean, Kraven looks like I don't even. He looks like a little person.
They both look like little people.
Like the anatomy is not there. Spider-Man looks like he's just been eating donuts and drinking chocolate milk for every meal for the last month.
Perspective was not done well here.
Cover. I don't understand what happened with this cover. That is a horrible drawing of Kraven. I just, I've never been a fan of ballerina slippers Kraven, but this here, I don't like it. Yeah, but I'm talking about the anatomy. Like if you look at Spider-Man's anatomy, he looks like he's about 4 foot tall.
Yeah. Again, the
Ryan,
perspective here was not done well.
Me and Ryan's talked about this. Like he even kind of agreed, like this cover's kind of weak. To me, or maybe it wasn't Ryan I talked about it with somebody. To me, I like the cover of Kraven where he's jumping off. It looks like he's coming down off a rooftop on top of Spider-Man. That would have been a great first appearance cover. And that's why I think we need to do top 10 should have been first appearance covers. All right. Maybe in a couple of weeks.
Okay. So not to cut you off, but I'm just because I don't want to keep you all here till 2:00. So I'm gonna go to my next one. ASM 31. The Death of Gwen Stacy.
I hate that.
This cover. God, it's awful.
It almost made my list. I almost put it on there.
Yeah. I think this is one we can all agree is not a great.
You know what? I'm going to trade. I didn't even think about that one. I'm trading out that first Robin for this one. Because I felt so bad about putting first Robin on there. So, Justin, if you will take my number 8 and put down that ASM 31.
This is bad.
Yeah. That's weak. Weak sauce, bro. Weak sauce.
Look at this. And I'm sorry,
Ryan,
it's not the death of Gwen Stacy.
Ryan
it's
is
the
so
first
pissed
Gwen
off at
Stacy.
me right now. Like, I'm surprised he's not messaging me and sending me gifts. Like, he's so upset with me right now. The bad thing about that ASM 15, I could have bought that book for like $200 in 2019 at my first ComiKon, and it was a nice copy. It wasn't beat to death or anything. And to me, $200 on a comic book was the craziest thing I'd ever like. I'm like, have you lost your mind, bro? It's a comic book, bro. Like, I dig it, but it's still a comic book, homie. He's like, yeah, but it's the first appearance of who you say is your favorite Spider-Man villain. I'm like, bro, I don't even like Spider-Man like that, though. I wished I would have bought it now. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you guys about the book that I bought that made me feel sick?
What's up, Roscoe?
So way back, I think I started dating Liz in like 2011-ish. And we went to a flea market together. And
that sounds like an awesome date.
I love flea markets. I don't care.
Yeah, me too. We go on antique runs all the time, antique store runs. So I'm with you.
So there's a dude there selling comics, and he had a book, and he was asking, get this, $90 for a book. And I wanted the book, but I didn't want to pay $90. So I said, listen, man, I've only got $45 cash in my pocket, and I feel sick spending this amount of cash on a book. Would you take it? And he said, I feel sick selling this book to you for $45. Do you want to know what book it was?
If you say X-Men 1, I'm going home.
Amazing Spider-Man 300.
Sorry, Justin, but you are stupid.
What do you mean stupid? I got first Venom for $45.
Oh, you did get it?
Oh, yeah. He sold it.
Oh, I thought you were saying you passed up on it.
No. I did not pass up on that.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I take that back. I thought you were saying like,
yeah, I thought you said you passed
you felt
too.
sick about passing up on, like, even at $90, like, come on.
I felt sick about spending $45 on a book.
Yeah. I mean, me and Nick, I don't know if it was last year. It was last year. We were at the shop in Noonan I talk about, where I get great deals, and they had like 2 or 3 copies of ASM 300 up there for like $300 raw, and they were sharp copies. And I was like, what do you think, dude? Should we buy one? Like, let's both buy one. And he was like, nah, bro, I'm not spending $300 on that book. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. We suck.
But we said that about all kinds of books. And now, like,
I know
Power Rangers 1 is going.
And then I turned around and spent $600 on a Spider ASM 300 a couple of months ago, or a month or so ago, which is getting cracked this week. It's been dropped off. He should get to it this week. Crack it, press it, clean it. It's coming back. I sent it in express, so I'm hoping to have it back in about a month. Hopefully, hoping for like an 8.5 at the lowest on that book from a 7.5 on the newsstand, and then it'll be available. I will be ready to let it go, like Frozen. So that's everybody's number 5s.
Oh,
yep. No, Justin, go ahead with yours.
Oh, yeah.
We've already seen it.
We're on number 4, right?
Yeah.
5.
No, 4.
Hold on, I haven't. Oh yeah, 4. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay, so my number 4. This is the first book that's shown up on all 3 of our lists. Strange Tales 110.
Yep.
I mean,
we've already been okayed by the resident Doctor Strange man himself. B. Raimi said that book's got to make the list.
I will say, though, it was hard to put that book on this list, even with Paste Pot Pete on the cover.
You do like him.
I do like Paste Pot Pete.
He's made so many of your lists. Awesome. All right, so number 3. Action Comics 242.
Oh, I'm not. Let me see.
Action Comics 242. First appearance of Brainiac. You want to talk about fat Spider-Man? How about fat Superman?
He is looking
Like,
a little
bro.
wide in this one.
Like, bro. And it's not even that he's fat, but like his anatomy, like across the board, is so wide. And look at those little legs and little arms. Like, what is going on with Superman here?
Yeah, the perspective's a little off, but I'm liking this. Super Lion.
Ooh.
I almost put Capwolf on here, but that cover was pretty dope.
Wait, who do you
Hey,
think?
Rocky Gonzo, thanks, absolutely.
Who do you think wins in a fight, Capwolf or Lion Superman?
Oh, Capwolf all day.
Okay, anything to do with Superman's going to win unless it comes to Goku, and then Goku is destroying all things.
But I mean, this is like a big key in the Action Comics run. But like, I just,
Yeah.
I don't care. The purple's not too bad, but the way Soup looks, and outside of the two of them, like the cover is pretty dull. You got these big, huge word balloons with, I mean, half a page worth of text in them. I don't know. I'm not digging that cover.
Yeah. Oh, Dustin, speaking of text and stuff, I know you're not a huge.
You don't like you like that cover.
I mean, it's not a bad one. I didn't put it on my list, obviously. But,
I absolutely would. Absolutely, I would.
So as soon as they open it up, and maybe they did this week, I might send my Ronins over to them.
Yeah, I didn't know if they did it or not yet, but
I'm still going with Goku.
Wait, Ryan, you like this cover, Ryan? Is that what you're telling me? Are you saying that you think this cover is a good cover? You do that, okay? You do that because Nick won't let me say it. Ryan's like, bro, we're not friends anymore. I want my Mortal Kombat books back. Don't talk.
Here's my number 3. One of the worst covers I've ever seen in my life.
I almost put that up. That's almost like some Peach Momoko garbage looking, man. Oh, he said Capwolf couldn't touch Super Lion.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I just can't get behind this. This seems such a weird thing to me for the first appearance of what is her name? Female, like it's not female.
NYX.
X23.
Yeah, X23. So not my thing. I don't like it.
Everybody keeps saying they think that's the Wolverine they're gonna bring in. I swear
No.
to God, if they do
they would be so stupid.
I will absolutely do.
Like I think she's a cool character, but you got to bring in Howlett, James Howlett.
If they were to do that,
yeah,
Marvel would have to be the dumbest collective group of people on the planet to do that.
I don't think Feige would do it. I don't. They're going to Roscoe. They're going to be offering it. Hopefully, this summer. Steve Burrows. What's his name? Not Barack. Baroque. I forget how to pronounce his last name. It's too late.
Yeah, they don't have them yet, but they will.
All right. So, Dustin, let's do a little bit quicker for the last few because I think we're actually going to agree. Right. Justin, what was your number 3 again?
My number 3, Ultimate Fallout number 4.
Yeah, that was the one I saw that I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to agree. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? Boom. You see, it went up. Looks like I'm swole.
While you're doing that Bugs Bunny crap where you bend your arm to make it look that way. I see what you're doing. That's like the old Bugs Bunny trip where you push it up. Yeah.
I used to have triceps.
Like you push it up.
Boy, I used to have triceps that would just make your mama jealous. You know what I mean?
You mean like that? You mean like that?
I know. I know, Boom.
We've done that before, haven't we?
Oh, for real? They tried to slam manga? Yes, we have. We have done that before. I didn't know that. Honestly, there's no way I could do a manga book to be slabbed. That's the thing about manga, though. Like they're legitimately meant to be read.
This is the live stream that you don't want to ever end, right?
All right, Dustin, your number 2.
My number 2, Avengers Annual 10, first appearance of Rogue. That cover sucks. Everybody knows it. I don't know anybody that thinks this is a good cover. Like, I've never heard anybody say that this cover is not that bad.
It's like they really like this panel for inside the book, but didn't have any little spot for it. So they're like, oh, let's just use it for the cover.
Whole extra page of the book. And then on top of that, like if you look at the I forget what you call it, but like you got all the characters' heads there, all the Avengers' heads, like it just droops way down over this panel here too. I mean, you got win a 10-speed bike on the top. Like, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that.
And it looks even worse in person, like when it fades and stuff. Like it is a bad cover. All right, my number 2 is one that's.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
We're probably not too far from it.
I wish they would just do the treasury so I can get my Superman versus Muhammad Ali done.
All right, so this is one of the worst covers of all time.
Oh, that's a good one, dude. What's
First appearance of Legion. Legion.
Okay.
In the TV show wasn't all that great. I mean, literally, I believe these are all Siktc covers. Who does these covers?
Bill Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz, yeah. So I'm not a fan of some of these covers on this run.
Yeah, there's some crazy. It's a niche type of covers.
It's supposed to be horror-y and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not my thing.
Yeah.
Now some of these I'm okay with, like the bear cover. That's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
But like, God, just not the greatest. Not the greatest.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Justin, your number 2.
My number 2, All-Star Comics number 8.
All right. Almost put the Brave and the Bold, the first appearance of the Justice League with Starro. It's All-Star Comics number 8.
Yeah.
Justin, you think Nick's gonna flip when he hears my number 1?
So, do you guys know it's first appearance of Wonder Woman?
Yeah. I thought that's what it was. Yeah, the snow globe cover. Yep. Look at Hawkman. He just looks all like that beak is just all janky looking.
Well, it's more of a hat, not necessarily supposed to be on his face, but yeah, it looks weird. Yeah, it's not a bad cover per se, but yeah, it should have Wonder Woman on the cover.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about one of the big 3 from DC, right?
Now it is. Back then, you know.
Well,
it was
fair enough. It's not like they went in going, all right, she's going to be one of our flagpoles. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Ryan is beating us up tonight. He said you would have cared if you were 10 in 1978. He is not our friend tonight. I'm telling you that much.
100%.
It would have been good to have Ryan on here tonight. Like
we should have just next time. Let's just do the worst ASM covers.
That's good right there.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so my number 1, or my number, your number 1 then, Dustin.
What was your number 2?
New Mutants 26.
Okay, you ready for my number 1?
Yep, go ahead.
Saga number 1.
Oh, you're so full of crap.
That cover is such garbage, dude. Like, what the heck is that? You got Moose Man and what praying mantis girl with her boob out. Like, is that? I hate that cover. I've always thought that cover was horrible. That cover sucks. That cover sucks.
I mean, I can't really argue that like it's not a weird cover because it certainly is. But if you read the book, you understand.
No, I'm not reading the book either. But that cover sucks.
You probably wouldn't like it.
I think that cover just, I don't know. There's nothing about that cover that grabs me and makes me want to read it at all.
It's okay, though. It grabbed a lot of people, and it's a very, very loved comic book. So that's fine. Everybody, I think Ultimate Fallout 4 sucks.
Luckily, Andy's not in here because, I think he would probably find a way to hack the live stream and tell me where I can go. But I've never liked Saga number 1 at all. I think it's just bad.
That's fine. That's all good. All right. So my number 1 is this.
Did I call him Moose? I guess I did call him Moose Man.
And Praying Mantis Girl. What's up, Sindane? So this is both of our number 1s, right, Justin?
That's right. I also had this one number 1.
Any specifics you want to point out, or are we all good there?
No, I mean, come on. It's another one. It's another, like, we're flipping through the JCPenney's catalog and we come across this.
For sure. All right, so I guess now it's time to rank these. Obviously, I think this one has to be number 1.
Yeah, don't go anywhere yet, guys. We're not done because now we're going to take all 3 of our lists, if you haven't been here before for this, and we're going to create one top 10 out of all 30 of these books. Then we're going to do the super chat drawing, super chat giveaway drawing for the mystery box.
Yeah, so we can all agree Avengers Annual number 10 is number 1. So
yes.
There was only one other book that made all 3 of our lists.
What is it?
Strange Tales 110.
Yep.
So do we want to put that at number 2 or?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
What do you think?
I think I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I think Ultimate Fallout 4 is number 3. It's the only other one, man, that we all had. And then tells us
it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. I don't give a damn. It ain't going on number 3.
Tells us Suspense 39.
I think it should be on there, but I don't think it should be that high.
All right, so
I think Saga number 1 should be in the top 5.
Not a chance.
That's not even getting the list.
It won't
Put
even
your
touch
feelings
the
for
list.
the story aside. The cover is garbage. Even people in the chat were agreeing.
Nah, dude. Nick's number 3, and then Legion. Or New Mutants 26. We all said were really terrible covers. Like purely based on covers being bad, those are really bad.
I did
What
not.
about Daredevil 1?
I did not say that about New Mutants.
Oh, you think it's a good cover?
I'm not saying that I hate it and think it's terrible.
Who all had Daredevil 1?
That's fine. That's not a great cover.
What about ASM 15? 2 of us had that one.
And yep, that's true.
2 of you had ASM 31.
Both of them go. Put those top 5 for Ryan.
All right, so
actually,
ASM,
I'm good with ASM 31 being number 3.
You want to make 15 number 4?
I'm good with it. We'll do that for Ryan's sake.
Cool. And then Ultimate Fallout number 4 is number 5.
You guys
100.
Suck. Is it just me? I haven't had any of these in probably 20 years, but these really don't have any flavoring like they used to.
Oh, no, man. You got to get explosive pizza. That's where the flavor's at.
Oh, this is what my wife bought my son, and now I know why he doesn't like them.
I wish I had pistachios.
I've just had about 6 beers tonight, so I needed to, or 6 not beers tonight.
Yeah, not beer.
So I was
Not
just
beer.
trying to get a little something in there. I don't know, man. Spider-Man's makeup on that cover, the way he looked, like I can't believe you're not upset about how Spider-Man looks on that cover, bro.
So we're at number 6. Do you want Tales of Suspense or Daredevil?
Daredevil probably. I think it's worse than Tales.
All right. It pains me because I know what's going to happen here. But number 7.
Nick's number 3.
We
all agree. You don't think that's a terrible cover?
I don't think it matters because I get to pick this one. So it's going to be between Saga and Transformers.
Oh, for the love of God, please pick Transformers.
I mean, this bears
and all
no
3 of
value
us
in my
agreed
life.
after I explained that Transformers. I think you guys kind of came over to the light a little bit on that one, but
I get it.
I'm definitely putting Saga there.
That's fine.
I think you just did that to hurt us.
It's okay. Just remember, Ultimate Fallout 4.
Fallout number 4. Number 5 wasn't to hurt me. Okay.
It's really a bad cover, man. You don't even see
it's
some
not.
place.
It's twice as good as Saga number 1.
The second or third print was better.
That cover looks way better than Saga number 1.
That's not what we're debating, though.
That is exactly what we're debating.
We're debating first appearances.
We're debating as to whether the question isn't what's a better cover. The question is why is it a bad cover?
The Saga number 1 is just so plain and just like there's nothing going on. The Ultimate Fallout 4 is just popping.
I can see why some people like it.
With with the characters, with colors. Clayton Crane smashed it.
You just are Clayton Crane, as you like to say, simp.
His face was on the cover of the first print, y'all wouldn't have put it on there. That's all.
100%.
Yeah,
it's still Miles Morales, though.
But is it? We don't see his face. That could be Justin Birch for all we know.
Okay.
Justin Birch in comics, boy.
Okay, so Tales of Suspense 39. We don't know. That might not be Tony Stark then, I guess.
I guess
absolutely
technically that could be true.
But it's Iron Man. That's the point.
Mm.
We know it's a Spider-Man.
Iron Man is just a suit, and Tony Stark is
Tony Stark is I am Iron Man.
Tony Stark is Iron Man.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said Tony Stark, I am Iron Man.
Saga cover is nowhere near as good as that Ultimate Fallout 4. If you're looking at the perspective of the art, there's no way that
art is good.
No way.
Do you know who did the art?
Should be ranked higher than Saga #1.
Nah, bro. Fiona is the man, or technically in this case the woman. She does great art.
Bagley did do the cover, I think. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting him. So now you quit simping for Crane, as you like to say. I hate that term and word so much.
I didn't even know what it meant until about a month ago, and I watched that Star Wars girl, and she explained it. So,
oh my god,
I might be a Star Wars girl simp though. I don't know. I like her.
You're making me very uncomfortable. Justin, continue.
So we're at number 8.
Are we really not like I really only get one of my picks on this list? That sucks. Like
we still have more, man.
Your list, this is full of your picks.
Strange Tales.
No,
Avengers Annual 10.
Avengers Annual 10, you had that one on your list. You had Strange Tales on your list.
I want Transformers on the list. That's all I'm saying. I think
okay.
All right, so how about this? There's 3 picks left. Let's each pick one from our own lists and put it on in the last 3 spots.
Okay.
Does that seem fair?
Put Saga on there twice.
All right, go ahead, Dustin. You go for yours.
All right, I'm gonna do Transformers 10. Transformers 1. Sorry, it was gonna be between that and New Mutants 98, but I'm gonna go with Transformers #1.
All right, Justin. For my pick, I want Avengers #4.
Okay.
That was good, wasn't it? That was funny.
It wasn't even like it was. That was like so much.
Hey, isn't Baron Zemo's first appearance Avengers #4?
I don't know. They made it another book because it was in a dollar bin at Tom's store, I think. I don't know. Oh, sorry.
Nick, what do you want for number 9?
You take number 9. I'll take.
No, I want number 10.
Okay. I see what's happening. I get it. Honestly, I legitimately do think Nick's number 3. While some people do like it, I know that Mountain Air said he likes it, and I think some people do. But from my perspective, it's such a weird cover to me. I'm gonna go with that one. Nick's number 3. I could do New Mutants 26, but all of Bill Sienkiewicz's covers are like that from New Mutants and stuff. So like they're all kind of bad, like weird. But Nick's number 3 is just always, every time I see it, I almost picked the first appearance of Silk. What is it?
Amazing Spider-Man 4.
I don't know. I kind of like that one.
It's so strange to me.
Yeah, but the art looks good.
Does it?
I kind of like the art on it because I looked at it too, but I was like, I won't say it's one of my favorite covers, but I think there's a lot of stuff that's worse than that. So I don't think it was really worthy of hitting the top 10. Just like there's stuff on my list that, like I didn't want to argue for Action Comics 242 because I think that cover, I don't even think it belongs in the top 10. Like it probably like number 15, 16. But I don't think that Original Sins number 6 or whatever it is, I don't think it's bad enough to be in the top 10. So what do we?
My number 10. Justin? So number 10. If you guys give me the 10 spot, you know what I'm going to put there.
X-Men 221.
X-Men 221 because Wolverine's number 10.
I knew it. As soon as you said no, I have to have number 10. I was like, yeah, I know what he's doing.
Oh man.
I might take the obvious joke, but it's still going to be funny.
Every time. Be curious and not judgmental, folks.
All right. So, Justin, what is the final top 10 for worst first appearance covers?
All right.
This is the Bible, folks. Like it is. This is exactly what they are. There's nobody can argue this.
All right. Number 10, Uncanny X-Men 221.
Mr. Sinister.
Number 9 is I always call it NYX, but how Nick's?
I think it's NYX. That's what I've always heard too.
Nick's number 3. Number 8, Transformers number 1.
Sorry.
Number 7 is Ultimate Fallout number 4. Number 6 is Daredevil number 1. Number 5 is Ultimate Fallout number 4.
Oh hell no! Hold on a second. You don't know? I thought you was gonna let me get Saga number 1 at number 5. Oh no, we're gonna do Saga number 1 at number 7 then.
I'm
put a Birch book on there next time. Like it's got Birch's name on it, so it's bad.
Number 4 is Amazing Spider-Man number 15. Number 3 is Amazing Spider-Man number 31. Number 2 is Strange Tales number 110. And number 1, we all agree, Avengers Annual number 10. Listen, if they didn't already unsubscribe when we were doing the Manga Minute, then
what's bad is like by the time we have another Babble-on, which will be in 2 weeks now, like I'll actually have some input on that at some point, I'm sure now.
There you go. By the way, last call for the Super Chat giveaway. As I start to put these in.
That's right. So we're about to do the Super Chat mystery box giveaway. So
if anybody Super Chats while I'm filling it out.
This week for content, we'll have top picks on Monday. Tuesday, possibly me doing an overview on the CGC magazine slabs, which I actually recorded that before I had one fall and completely bust. But I'm actually going to use that for content because I'm going to do a video talking about that slab falling directly on a corner from about 6 feet in the air, straight to a corner. And the fact that it didn't destroy the book on the inside, like the corner on the inside of that book did not get hurt at all. And these slabs are nowhere near the quality of the standard slab CGC uses that show up constantly in people's shipments, and corners are just beat to death. And they say it happened in shipping. So I'm going to talk about that in the video because I think that's been disproven just by chance and accidentally with this book falling like it did. So I'm going to be doing that one. Let's see, what else do we have that we've been talking about doing? I don't know what Nick might have planned, but
all of it.
Yeah. So I know I've got 2 coming out next week that I'll have ready. Thomas Zarbaninski, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Good to see you, man. Caught us right at the tail end. We're getting ready to do the Super Chat giveaway, and we got one more from James with a $5 Demon Slayer, Ancient Magus Bride, and No Gun Life in Black Lagoon. Right on. Ramsey, what's going on? Ramsey versus, oh man, I know this guy. So Ramsey, I think it's the first time we've seen you in here, man. I've commented on a few of your videos a while back. When you first started making content, man, if you guys haven't checked out Ramsey, he does some really cool stuff. I like the guy's production. Definitely got some good energy. I enjoy the guy's content. So thanks for jumping in and hanging out, man. Oh, here we go. We got another James Sovic. Almost forgot.
Doro.
You spelled Dorito wrong, bro.
It's in my cart on Amazon right now.
Roscoe, good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you on Friday, I hope, man. Have a good weekend, bro.
Hey, real quick, if anybody is going to be in the Huntington, West Virginia area next weekend, I will be at Huntington ComiKon. Stop by and say hi. I'll give you a book.
Right on. I want, while I got you guys, if anybody happens to run across a king-size Hulk 1, that's that Steranko cover where he's like holding up the Hulk above his head. What I really want is a signature series slab book with Steranko's signature out in front of the knee in the fire. That's like, I know it's very specific, but the majority of those that he signed, that's the placement, and it's perfect signature placement. It looks so good. In a perfect world, that's exactly what I want. But a nice looking copy raw would be perfectly fine with me. But that's a book I'm looking for sure. And that's about the only book right now for the rest of the year that I think I'm looking for. That's one of the ones that hasn't exploded through the roof and went insanely crazy. And outside of that, I mean, that's probably the only one I'm really looking for. After that, I might just kind of fill a couple of runs here and there. But as far as like buying anything else right now, I'm kind of like on a standstill. I mean, I've gotten so much that I wanted already this year that I don't even know what I would put down for my wish list next year. So we'll see. I need to do a video. I've had people ask for me to do a video showing off my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic collection, which is about a short box and a half. So if I did that, I'd probably break it up into a couple of different videos, but I kind of feel like stuff like that a lot of people don't really watch. So we might try try one video, see if it gets some views. I might continue it and show the whole Turtles collection, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try to knock out some of the volume 1 stuff I got next week and throw that up there.
So I made sure to make sure that we had Nathan's. Remember last week we drew faster than his last chat, so I made sure to got that.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
I've got it shuffled.
You just sent in $7 while you were okay.
Yep. I got everything, so I made sure I refreshed the screen a couple times to make sure I had it on our end. I'm shuffling, if you guys don't know. The one James picked in for Beans, that's in here. So
thank you guys so much for all the super chats every week. Yep. This is something, you guys send in a super chat, like you got to get something back. So you get a chance at a cool mystery box. And so hopefully that at least makes it a little bit worth it. So
all right, 3, 2. What?
No, good. I'll ask after.
All right, go.
Come on, B.
I'm saying James.
It's like lagging.
Oh, I thought it was going to keep spinning.
I did too for a second. It looked like it was so Brian Clark
from last week.
Nope, that's Brian Clark from this week.
Okay.
Yep, he did drop a super chat for us this week.
Awesome.
So Brian, you won.
Congratulations. Has he won one yet?
I don't think I don't think so.
Okay.
But so what about this? I did mention I was maybe we should do a giveaway with some of the Harley ones or something. Should we do a second spin the wheel just for one of those, maybe a set of Harley and Joker?
Sure.
I mean, just a little something.
Only if Justin's okay with it, because if he's not cool with it, then I don't think we should.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. He said yeah, so
I'll throw something back. I mean, and we don't always do 2 names a week. But whenever we do
we want to, like if it lands on Brian again, though, like spin it again?
You will redraw because he'll likely already get one of those.
Yeah.
All right. So let's share.
Real quick question for James. If I wanted to watch anime on my iPad, do you recommend having a Funimation account or a Crunchyroll account?
Funimation, because most of the Crunchyroll stuff's on HBO Max.
Man, like I do eat some crunch rolls, bro.
So again, Brian already won for the night. So if his name actually falls again, he's already going to. And this is for one of the Harleys and Jokers.
I was being serious. Like that's a sushi. crunch rolls. It's got like cream cheese and
Nathan,
crab and stuff.
All right.
Awesome. Right on. Congratulations, Nathan. So Nathan and Brian, thank you guys. You're going to get those books. Thank you to everybody else that sent in those super chats too. We appreciate that. All the chats, all the stickers. You guys are awesome. Have we already drawn the Bro Box winner for this month?
We did that last week. CJ won.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So no Babble-on next Saturday, guys. Nick and Justin both got stuff to do, and
maybe we can do something earlier in the week or something. We'll try, but
yeah, I mean,
we'll see. Maybe
I don't know. I mean, if you're free Wednesday, maybe you can, I don't know about Justin. Maybe
maybe we can try to do something Wednesday.
Just show off new. Well, you probably can't get to the shop in time to get your new books, huh?
Probably not, but we can still. I mean, we can still chat for a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll see then. Yeah.
It's up to you guys. But yeah, Funimation definitely is better. And I can tell you this one, Funimation. And then if you have an HBO Max account, then most of the Crunchyroll stuff's on there. So
I already have a Funimation account, so I just wanted to double check myself.
Oh yeah, all that good stuff's there. I've not found anything I wanted to watch that wasn't there. What is that? Oh, you're Pokey, that's so funny. I'm so excited for this. Dusting into a video, my first time reading a manga.
It says estimated delivery tomorrow. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
She just bought it tonight, so probably Monday at the latest. But more than likely, whenever it gets here, it'll probably be like that box set, not even saran wrapped and just thrown in a box like way too big for it and just bouncing around inside and beat to death anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you for that
update for those of you who watched Instagram this week and saw my book fall off the wall and saw me curse Nick's command strips. I was just joking and picking at Nick. I don't think it was the command strips' fault. This room that I'm in is upstairs, so it gets really hot up here if I'm not up here because I don't crank the AC down to 67 all the time because it would destroy my AC bill. So usually it's about 72 to 74 degrees up here. So I think me coming up here and cranking the AC down, I think the temperature changing back and forth probably messed with the command strips, and that's probably what it was. Plus I had taken the books down already once after I put them up. So
you already ripped them off the wall and put them back up and thought the command hook was still going to work?
Yeah. So, I mean, that was the only one that fell. But I mean, I don't think it was that's what I'm saying. I really don't think it was command strips. But I mean,
did you put that into the video that I had already taken it down and put it up, or you just dogging me with no context?
I was picking at you regardless.
I didn't actually watch the whole thing.
Oh,
so
yeah, I just didn't want anybody
What's
to
going
watch
on?
a command strip video and then think like,
look, everything back here, guys, is all been held by command strips.
And Panda even said in the comments, like his whole wall behind him, all his slabs is all command strips too. So.
I mean, all of my expensive comics have been held by those.
Yeah.
Would I put a $1,500 book on them? Probably not. But I'm also not going to put a $1,500 book on my wall.
See, I got a lot of those.
Dustin, I would not put, what do you have, like 15 grand worth of books on your wall, that one spot? I'm not doing that. I'd have that in a safe.
Yeah, but my books can't go anywhere, though. Them things are basically bolted to the wall. Hey, Ramsey, thanks, man. Appreciate that, brother.
Hey, right on, man.
Oh, you clicked it. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. And that will actually we'll put you on the wheel next time we go live and do a super chat.
And I like I said, man, I enjoy your content as well, brother. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
The sword, man. I love it. So
he's got an awesome setup in his house too.
So he wants to know about the Justin or the gangster. Let him know.
I don't.
Oh, James, yeah. If you can find one, just let me know how much it would cost me.
If you hadn't hit the
anything else?
If you hadn't hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up on your way out the door. You guys enjoy the weekend with your folks. Don't forget, it's Memorial Day, not barbecue day. So just keep that in mind. Y'all have a good weekend, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks for the Babble-on. We normally do it every Saturday, but we're taking a hiatus for 1 week. So you guys are the best part of Two Brothers Comics, especially you, Tyler. Collect your way.